Alrighty! Alrighty! Hello everyone, and welcome to Play and Talk. We're doing a little unusual here where Shadowhawk and I will be playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition separately. Again, unusual, but since the game just came out last week, might as well be a perfect time for it, right?
Yeah, and also just because I haven't finished yet, and I would just like to go and try to finish this Mass Effect 1 playthrough. I won't say a full-on, I guess quote-unquote review of it. I only can just say what it has been the experience like so far. And man, Mass Effect 1 really, its improvements have really shown, and I'm really glad for all that it has been able to improve.
Yeah, there's also been some other improvements in 2 and 3. One of the more notable ones in 3 was replacing Tally's unmasked picture.
Oh, they replaced it.
Yeah, they did.
I don't want to see it though, but I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, just a heads up. Might be some spoilers and stuff. So yeah, might be some minor spoilers, but other than that, if you pursue Tally's romance in 2 and 3, and if she survives,
I guess they listened to the feedback where people were not fond of that picture all that much. I guess because she looked way too human. I think it was
Photoshoppy.
Yeah, because I know that they based Holly's face off of a model of a modeler, and then used her face for most of the referencing, and I saw that it did get flack for that.
Yeah, at least that picture, and they really did a good job. They really did BioWare went really above and beyond with the remaster. That's for sure. Oh, by the way, personal news: I got a fucking Xbox Series X.
I know, congratulations, man. I was trying to get one for quite a long time, and I was in Walmart. I said this in the Discord before, where I always will remember and how pissed off I got because I put it in the cart. I was putting in my my information of where to ship it, and I also had my credit card ready. So it's okay, great. I'm in the home stretch, and I've almost got it.
Nope.
And then the moment I was about to go and pay, it then lets me know, oh hey, actually, now we're out of stock. And I'm like, God damn it! It didn't even hold it while it was in the cart. So basically, if you want to buy it off of Microsoft or PlayStation, if you're going for a PlayStation 5 or whatever, you gotta be super fast there then. And I was at work, so I was only super fortunate that I even managed to have time for what I did. But it basically means I got to be in a house setting.
Yeah.
I follow Matt Swider, who actually always is
same.
constantly posting, who constantly is keeping updated. Oh hey, here's where you can get a Series X, because he's always posting about where restocks are happening. And I'm just yeah, thank God for that. I even tried attempting it for some of them, and yeah, if I'm fast enough, I can be able to even find where it's oh hey, here's the Series X, and I'd be able to buy it. I just can't afford it right now, because since getting back into Airsoft, there's another gun I'm trying to get, and it's very rare because apparently because of Taiwan, because of issues between the U.S., China, and Taiwan, and also because of some other stuff. So unfortunately, there's a shipping issue. So because most airsoft guns are actually imported from Taiwan, so therefore we have to. So whatever happens there with their shipping, we are at the mercy of pretty much.
So if the Hanar gets a
so that's why now they're really hard, and my only way to be able to get one is to buy from a local airsoft shop.
There are specific areas where preaching is legal.
Two that are at least relatively close to me. One is 40 minutes away, and the other one is actually an hour and a half away.
So if the Hanar gets
technically 3, but the other one I'd have to drive 3 hours for, and I'm not exactly eager to make a trip like that.
Arrest the Hanar? I could arrest the jelly, but my
so I think by August, I think that I should be able to get a Series X. If anything, because with the college grant that I will get in the fall with financial aid, I should be able to use that to get me a Series X at the very least.
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a
when I was playing Destiny 2 last night on the Xbox Series X, so weird seeing it on 60 frames per second.
Become a battleground for a religious
I assume you're playing on it right now?
I'm playing also Legendary Edition.
You're saying the Series X, that's what you're playing on right now?
Yes. It is so weird playing Destiny 2 in 60 frames per second last night. It's
If you'd like,
because
I could
now
talk to
I
the
have a
handler for you.
TV that can handle all the stuff that the Series X is able to do, like 4K, 60 FPS, and all that. So all I just need is the console, so I'm good to go. I decided to opt to go for the Xbox Series X first because it's the console that I have games for, whereas the PS5, I would not only have to buy the console, but I'd have to actually buy games to support it, and obviously I'm not going to be satisfied with just one game.
Yeah, I have an extensive library of games on my throughout 3 generations of Xbox 360, One, and well, technically.
I also own the same as well. A 360. I have a black one. It was one of the more. It was the later models. I think it was like the last model they made before the Xbox.
I think it was Xbox.
The last
Elite,
one that they made
Xbox
before the
360,
Xbox One
Xbox
came
360. Yes, I don't know.
And the Xbox One that I have currently is the oldest model. It's like the first generation of Xbox One models. And I bought it used because I was trying to be able to
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers?
Try to
has
go
the
and buy
Honorable
more
CSEC
games
officer
as well. And
enlisted
I'll always
assistance?
remember the first
Why is
two
the
games
CSEC
I
officer
ended up
harassing you?
buying was Metal Gear Solid 5,
The CSEC
Phantom
officer
Pain,
requests
as well
that
as
this one
Fallout
purchase
4,
an
and both
evangelical
were
permit to
definitely
spread the truth of the
games I was
Enkindlers.
super happy with my purchase on.
Yeah.
If that's all the CSEC officer wants, why not just buy the permit?
Yeah.
The truth of the
And now
Enkindlers
let's-
is universal.
Yeah.
This one humbly
I'm just
believes
happy
that the truth should not be
I just want to say,
suppressed.
Whereas
fuck
I'm at least
you,
very
scalpers.
Exacting
Fuck you,
payment as a
scalpers.
means of
Yeah.
imposing limits upon the
Scalpers
truth
are the main
is an
reason we're having
abrogation of
these
this
problems
one's
to
religious
begin
freedom.
with. Because they are always
you're
coming
breaking
in
the law
and
by
they're buying
preaching
these
without a permit
consoles
right
for
now?
their price and then selling them for
The CSEC
$800 to
officer states that
$1,000.
preaching in this place
I
is
was for a
forbidden,
time even
and
tempted
preaching
to
anywhere on the
just,
citadel
swallow my
requires
pride
a
and get
permit.
the 800, but thankfully I resisted the urge to do
This
so.
one humbly submits that
I
it
know
is
what it's
not
like, I know what it's
preaching
like.
to state the truth of the Enkindlers, and thus
Because at that
no
point I
permit
was just
should be
thinking, well,
necessary.
screw it. It looks like I may not get it any
Who are the
other way.
Enkindlers?
Though now
Your
that
people know them
restocks
as the
have been more
Protheans.
consistent,
They are the
I
true
at least have
creators
hope
of this
that I'll
one's
be able
people.
to actually go and
The
do so.
Enkindlers
Yeah, my
raise
brother
the
isn't as
Hanar from
lucky, though.
ignorance into consciousness.
Anyway,
by
it's
granting
It's just
this
that's the
one's
main
people
problem.
the
It's
gift
just
of
that,
speech.
and also just mainly because of the scalpers. Because your average person
Let me talk to the
is
CSEC
often not
officer.
like
Perhaps
hovering
I can
over
explain the situation.
like a Twitter alert like Matt
This one would
Snyder
be most grateful for
or
this.
anyone else though, or anyone who is keeping up with updates. Usually they just get updates when they look back at home.
right.
So
Any
yeah,
progress
that's
with
always
that
the
Hanar?
biggest problem that
I think you
is
should
we're
let the
dealing
Hanar
with and all
preach in the
this.
Presidium.
And it's really
The
annoying.
Presidium is a place of culture and respect. It should not be filled with zealots shouting their idiocy.
Right.
Why should the jellies get special treatment? Every other
There's
species
quite a bit
understands
a
and
lot
obeys
going
the
on in
laws.
Marvel, Star Wars, and well, the Zack Snyder's DC movie, the latest one, Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah. So I will first start with the Star Wars
I'll be
stuff, 'cause
back.
that's actually
I don't
what we were
care what
talking
you
about
have
a
to do,
little
just-
bit before this stream started. But like, yeah, because I have all been seeing plenty lately about people who always go like about how Marvel is releasing more and using Star Wars releasing less as an insult. When I think to myself though, but like guys, they aren't the same franchises. They don't have to always release things. I felt this way even about movies, where I'm like, yeah, having a Star Wars movie like here and there is fine. I thought to myself like, yeah, Star Wars isn't Marvel. You
Not
don't
too bad.
need a new movie
No
every
headaches
like
worth
6 months or
mentioning
so.
lately.
Like
Maybe
it's
I'm getting used to
honestly
the
okay
strain.
if they release like
Maybe you've
here
just got
and
a
there
good stress
instead.
release. I know that knocking the gath on their synthetic gases gets rid of my headaches.
And I think also that Solo ended up moving them away from that, although I'm still very annoyed by the people who think that Solo not doing good at the box office was because of The Last Jedi, when I'm like, well, no, that's completely and demonstrably wrong. The Last Jedi was not only a very
I
big
just want
financial
to
hit,
quote
it was also
Luke.
critically acclaimed.
That is amazing. Every word of what they said
He
is
always
wrong.
stops in for a few games of
Nailed it.
Quasar
I
before he
mean,
makes his drop.
of course. I mean, at the end of the day, though, like, it's only really on internet circles that you really find people hating it, whereas you'll find that outside of those fandom circles, the average reaction to it was somewhere between, well, that was really good, to it was actually really great. It's between those reactions, really, for the most part.
Yeah.
So again, that's why
So
I say
honestly,
I don't
I
ever
always
listen to
find
those.
Solo to be very very
Williams,
predictable. Like, oh, I saw
you
this
have
coming.
signed
Saw
on
this
with
coming.
Commander Shepard?
Didn't see
I'm not sure,
Cosmos
Lieutenant. Every time I think I have a
coming.
handle on
Okay.
things, the universe banks
For
hard
me,
to port.
it was just a pretty fun movie.
Wow,
that I
don't
enjoyed
let
It
when
is
I
my
saw
fun,
in
but
theaters.
it
A
is.
big gun and a confident
It
attitude
feels
will
like
get you through a lot
like a
in
tick
life.
box for origin stuff. But otherwise, I really do like the Castle Run, the Castle Run sequence because that is phenomenal.
For me, the film is mainly carried by the cast of characters that are there, and also because the actors do a really good job at selling what they do. I very much appreciate that Alden Ehrenreich was actually doing his own take on the character. I actually still always think that
I'm
it was
Emily
the
Wong.
smartest
I'm an investigative journalist working here on the
smartest
Citadel.
move for him to
Could
do
I have a
instead of
moment of
going
your
the
time?
impressionist
What do you
route.
need?
I've been
for
hunting
that,
for
so I
evidence of
really
corruption and
appreciate
organized
that.
crime on the Citadel, but
Oh,
there are places
how
I
you
can't
doing
go.
on? Yeah.
I was
sorry to
hoping
switch
you
topics.
might
So how you
share
doing
anything
on
you
your
find
end of
during your
Mass
own
Effect Legendary
investigation.
Edition?
I can make it worth your time.
How do you know
I'm
that my
mostly
investigation is
finished
going to
with it.
uncover
I'm
anything
getting
you
close
need?
to Vermeer, but I'm
You wouldn't be
trying to
investigating
have
if it weren't
where,
big. And if it's big, it's something
I'm trying
I'd
to
like
have
to
it
hear
where
about.
I end up
You've
doing
got to have
that
access
part
to better
later
sources.
on, though.
Why
where,
contact me?
At least for
I'm
me,
using
where I
every
want to wait
source
till I
I can
finish all
find,
my
but
side
I think
missions
I've got a
before,
better
and
shot
all I
with
have
you.
left of the side
I've read your
missions
file.
is
If
only the
anyone is
protein
going to
data
uncover
disk and
corruption
the
here,
signs of
it's
battle
the
one.
hero of the
I'm one
Skillian
League
Blitz.
battalion away, and I need one
How do
last
you know I'm
protein
investigating
artifact.
anything here on
Oh,
the Citadel?
those collecting ones are a
I'm a
pain in
good
the
journalist,
ass.
Commander Shepard. Word
I
gets
know.
around.
Those ones in particular
No promises.
are the
But
hardest
if I
ones
find
to be
anything
able to
relating
find.
to your case,
They're a
I'll
lot more.
inform you.
But, yeah,
I swear they're a lot more
Thank you,
tolerable
Commander.
in
You won't
2 and
regret it.
3.
Having replayed Mass Effect 1, I start to get the feeling that Andromeda was kind of wanting to, at least in part, wanting to go and return to these Mass Effect 1 era roots. Because playing it, especially with driving around in the Mako, it did remind me of driving around in the Nomad.
That is true.
In
That is true.
Andromeda.
I've been watching the gaming author doing a playthrough of Legendary Edition, and I'm seeing that with the Mako.
Like, yeah, it honestly feels like the Nomad was basically sort of a stripped, basically just a Mako without the guns, though I would also argue better controlling
Yeah,
as well.
I'm still struggling.
That your
I'm still struggling to
professional opinion,
like,
sir?
even when they have reasons for it to like downplay aspects of colonialism, would it still be smart to bring like weapons on ships and vehicles for self-defense?
Well, I think them not wanting to be armed to the teeth was mainly so that way they
This
could
isn't a
communicate
station.
firmly
It's a
that it's
city.
like, yes, we
There
are
must be
peaceful, because they
millions here.
would see like,
It can't
yes,
be
we have
possible to
guns, but
track
at least the
everyone
guns could be like,
coming
oh,
and
okay,
going.
they have those guns to
This
defend
makes Jump
themselves,
Zero look like a
basically.
porta
Yeah,
john.
it's just.
And it's the largest deep space station
I think
the
that's the
Alliance has.
ultimate reason
Zero is
behind
big.
it, though, at least if I were to
This is
guess,
a
though.
whole nother
Because
scale.
after all,
Look at
it
the
was
war
wanting to
arms.
focus on
How do they
rebuilding,
keep all that
and they
mass
didn't want to
from
come
flying
in as a
apart?
full-fledged army. They did want to make sure they could handle any sort of, like, smaller threats that are out there,
The
but
council
maybe
represents
not want
more
to be
races than I
someone who
thought.
could be
No
perceived as
wonder
an
they're careful
invasion
with
force.
newcomers.
They probably just want to keep
Although
everything
you
running.
could, I
It has
guess,
to be
in
hard
theory,
keeping all these cultures
give
working
someone the
together.
impression that, like, how you could set up a military
Maybe they
base
just don't like
at
humans.
any
Why not? We've got
area
oceans,
that you
beautiful
put out
women, there's
when you
emotion
have your
called
first
love.
colony, which
According
all
to
the
the
other
old
ones
bits, we
follow,
have everything
where
they
you
want.
can sort of take a more
If you
militaristic
expect to
approach
get
to
me in a
it.
tinfoil
Though
mini
I always
skirt
go
and
with the
thigh-high
scientific
boots,
one
I
just
want
so I
dinner
can
first.
communicate that it's peace,
Sir.
though, even if
That
it
won't be
ultimately
enough,
kind of
Chief.
doesn't matter. But
At ease,
still, I
Lieutenant.
like to imagine that that's
Can't
what
see
it
her in a
does.
skirt anyway.
Damn, straight you can't.
Ready to move out, sir.
So I always kind of look at it with those kind of things.
Yeah,
though.
so,
yeah,
and-
replaying Mass Effect has definitely been something that has been very eye-opening, though, especially when I look at the politics of it, where even if there are parts of it that still, like, are kind of more iffy by today's standards, such
You just
as
got, there are times
Garrus.
where you have to set. Sometimes a cigar is a cigar. They have
The
no
scar?
one had cigar is cigar. I think it's one of like Sigmund Freud's sayings, or at least someone else has said it.
I don't sell this mod.
Oh, I'm sorry about the refund guy.
Really?
Because do you remember in 3 where you can like resolve the issue, and finally where the refund guy is all worked about is a refund for his toaster.
You have your proof of
Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, I remember. But yeah, replaying it has definitely been super great to really be able to do again, though.
Oh,
So
God!
there are parts of it
Oh, God!
that I have seen.
Oh god, I just went through a really weird glitch. Oh my god, that I don't know if I had this. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I at least got out of it because that is a really weird glitch. I'll highlight it. Anyway, okay. That caught me off guard. You were saying?
Yeah, just saying that replaying it has definitely been something that has been really great to binge, to re-experience. It really does still feel like it's ultimately still keeping the spirit of what I, first came into, though, all that time ago.
Nostalgia is a pretty powerful tool, and it's actually pretty good for your mental health, as it turns out.
So yeah, it's been really great for me to be able to re-experience all this all over again.
Hello, Earth Clan.
For that, for
No
sure.
doubt you've just come back from the colonies. Will you be needing supplies?
Right.
What colonies are you talking about?
I tried to get when I tried to
my
replaying Mass Effect
mistake,
Andromeda, like recreating
I
like
assumed.
my writer again.
It doesn't
I
matter.
swear I had a hard time making a good-looking male
Bavaria?
character than a female one.
Well, if you haven't heard
Let's
It
of
may
yet,
be that
I'm sure
because
you
of
will
their
soon.
relative inexperience with Frostbite,
But it
maybe
doesn't
they
matter
weren't
where you
able
hail
to
from.
make it look.
At least one
as
of
good as they
BioWare
could.
Studios. BioWare's nailed it.
I honestly felt that the default looking writer was alright, but I really wish that I could just be able to tune
can you
it
tell me
slightly
about
instead of
Novaria?
where as it exists in the game,
corporate
where the
capital of the
default
Attica
writer is all that
Traverse.
exists, and
Very
you
cool.
can't keep like the skin
Very
tone, the
snowy.
facial features. It's
don't
like
get
all
too
of
many
it is
clients
pretty
from
much just
there.
like you either
They all
have
have
that
their
or you
own
can't do anything
private
at all. Because
suppliers.
for that writer, I would actually like to
What can you
remove
tell me
his
about
facial hair.
Novaria?
I honestly feel like I just prefer my characters
corporate
being more
capital of the
clean
Attica
shaven
Traverse.
personally, but it's
Very
like
cool.
I can't do that
Very
without
snowy.
making the character look entirely
don't
different
get too
from
many
how he looks
clients
by
from there.
default.
They all have
That's
their
one
own
thing that I hope
private
that the upcoming
suppliers.
Mass Effect at least keeps
Show me what
intact
you've
with
got.
it, and that would be very much
Most
well
excellent.
appreciated.
Okay. Yeah. I remember like when I posted my first version of my of my Scott Rider, I said that he looks like a Nathan Drake stunt double who's 1 centimeter away from fat, and you were like, oh, he looks like he's like walked out of a truck crash.
Yeah, I definitely don't understand that.
You don't understand what I'm referencing? The third Avengers movie, Infinity War, where Rocket makes fun of Star-Lord when he's comparing him to Thor.
Yeah, that's certainly nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far at least though things are at least
really
since
You're Commander
at least with
Shepard,
COVID having
the
at
hero of
least it's
Eden
slowly
Prime.
winding down,
I
and
am
at least
so
that productions are
honored to meet
resuming.
you.
So at least it is good though
Nice
that we're
to meet
starting
you.
to see some other
And
things.
you
but
are?
I do think
My
that
name
this
is
year
Conrad.
it's really great
Conrad
that I
Vernon.
really
They
detach
say you
myself
killed
from the
more than
fandom,
100
especially
Geth on
because
Eden
my
Prime.
mental health has been so much better
I
after
spend most of the time
getting
trying
out
to
of
stay
that
alive
area.
and help
It just
the
became
colonists.
so
Hey,
draining
I know you're
for me
probably
though, to where I
busy,
wasn't
but,
really able to
do you have
enjoy
time for a quick
near as much
autograph?
stuff as I did before.
Right.
Anything for a fan.
And especially because I
Here.
found it so puzzling,
Thanks.
like just
I
recently
really appreciate
when
it. My
EA
wife
had their
is gonna be
earnings
so
call, and I was
impressed.
seeing some
I'll let you
Battlefront
get back to
YouTubers
work.
who
But
were
next time
saying
you're on
about
Earth,
how
I'd
like,
love
oh
to
my
buy
god,
you
I
a
can't
drink.
believe Star Wars
Thanks
wasn't
again.
mentioned. When I'm like, this is an earnings call, not E3. What did you? Do you honestly think they're going to announce a new game at an earnings call where the whole purpose is investors going, hey, those things that we put money into you guys for, how is the money generating going? They're going to be like, yeah, we'll focus
Hello
on
there.
that.
Welcome to
Because
Moorland's famous
currently,
shop. We
Battlefront
want
2
many
had
good
ceased
supplies,
support.
yes?
Star Wars Squadrons never
Let me see
had
what you have.
microtransactions, so any sales
Oh,
that
you will be
would have been
pleased, I think.
reported were
Very
already
good.
reported on, which was considered very well, especially for a game of that size.
Yeah.
Jedi Fallen Order obviously was single player, so no monetization
Actually,
there.
fun fact:
So,
the success of the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order has influenced the new direction of BioWare.
has it now?
Yeah, I've been hearing that they dropped the multiplayer aspect for the next Dragon Age game, so they're going to be focusing entirely on single player for Dragon Age 4. That's what I've just heard.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's been some another turbulent development at BioWare with the fourth game.
Unfortunately, there being development mishaps has more or less been what's happened on every BioWare thing pretty much ever.
Yeah, and speaking of which, we know about where they canceled development on the reboot of Anthem. Bit of a shame, really. I like
It
flying.
really was, though. I was really looking forward to looking at the sequel there because it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed what I got to play.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be a sequel, but they were working on a No Man's Skies escape version of they're trying to pull off No Man's Sky. As saying like they tried to make a game that wasn't that well received at first, and they tried to make something good out of it.
It's out of my hands,
Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now.
You
So,
get what I'm saying?
what can I do for you?
What were you discussing with the Volus?
Yeah, I think
Who,
I
Doran?
think I got that one.
I was just asking
Oh yeah,
him about
they
my
really
sister.
passed out the
See, she worked
lighting.
for Doran before she
Bioware
left
really
too.
passed out the lighting for
Sorry, I don't want to bore you with my
for this
problems.
for
I'm
the
interested to
remaster.
hear what you have to say.
They
Well,
I just
okay.
thought they
My
treated
sister
it well.
Jenna left here to go work at Cora's Den.
Yeah, I certainly hope so
Problem
too,
is,
though. I
she's
just hope
working
that
as an
they can
informant for
work out their
CSAC.
issues.
You know,
By the
much
sounds
better
of it,
than last time.
If they find out what she's doing,
by the looks of this, by the reception towards the remaster and everything else, they
Being an informant is a
maybe
dangerous
something up.
job.
kind of
That's what I've
it
been
feels like the
telling
tables were turned between
I don't
CDPR
know.
and
Sometimes I think she stays
Bioware.
there just to spite me.
No offense.
Do you know
Of
who
course.
her contact?
Of course.
CSEC
You,
is?
you,
No, it's all very secret.
yeah, we
Last time I
yeah.
asked
There's
an
been a
officer,
ton
he
of
told
shit
me
ton
to
of
stay out
lawsuits
of it, for Jenna's safety.
for CDPR. There's been so much they had to be merged into one. I'm not kidding. David.
Maybe I could help her understand just
Yeah,
how
they
dangerous
actually
It's just-
merged
Den is.
multiple
Would
lawsuits
you?
into
That'd be
one
great.
against
Just
CDPR.
don't tell her I sent
Holy
you.
shit!
Well, I should
And
get back to
this
work
is not a
before I get in
joke.
trouble.
I know it's not.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Flux. Name's
Sorry,
Doran.
that's just like
What can I do for you?
what? What's like the Witcher series, especially the third game, was a fluke to them.
Are you the owner?
Which game?
Owner, cook,
The Witcher 3,
and
the Witcher games.
bartender. I've
The
even
Witcher
been known
3
to
was a
dance
huge
little when the
financial
mood
success for
strikes.
CDPR, and it's still selling
We've
very
got
well
some
today.
quasar
Yeah.
stations.
See-
if you're
Cyberpunk
Oh,
on
oh,
the
oh! By
other
the way,
hand-
oh, just to warn you, yeah, Chief is keying on. So give me a second. Hey, Chief. Hey there. We were just talking about the
What's up,
Witcher,
Chief?
well, Mass Effect, Witcher, Star Wars, and stuff.
What can you tell me about the sisters working for you?
Yeah. So
Well,
just
Jenna
so
left
long
to
story.
work
So
at Cora's
to
Den.
to catch
Now
up,
Sister
have you catch up.
Rita is
CDPR has
all
received
worried she might be
so
in some
many
kind of
lawsuits for
trouble.
Cyberpunk 2077
Not
that
much chance
a lot
Jenna
of them
will
have
change her
merged
mind,
into
though.
one lawsuit.
She's a stubborn
I'm making
one.
it up.
Wait,
If she wanted to come back,
Yes.
I'd take her in a second.
Holy shit.
The customers loved her.
That's good.
Is this a casino?
What did that happen?
Among
like,
other things, yes.
like now or?
We've
Yeah,
got
just
some
like,
quasar
just
stations.
recently.
If you're interested,
Goodbye.
enjoy your time here at Flux.
That doesn't look good.
And in contrast to Bioware with the remasters being very well received, and we go by and judging by the top sales chart for on Steam, it went really well.
Yeah. It really went well.
I think somebody rigged this machine to funnel credits through the system. Let me trace this.
Yeah, I'm gonna play some Quasar. Okay, that's just astounding. Do you know what I mean, guys? It's like, wow.
Kind of like I know some really don't expect much to happen. I know some folks will get up like they thought it would happen. I mean, thing was successful.
Yeah.
Still, that this would happen. Is
Despite CDPR selling about like what 13 million copies for Cyberpunk, and what did we get out of it? Glitches. I may be being exaggerating, but I may be exaggerating just a little bit, but God,
yeah, you
damn.
yeah, it was a lot in you know. Not to say. Yes, I can't say it's good. like got there,
Hello there,
but you know,
Commander. I'm Dr. Claude Michel.
that it
Is there
presented it
something I
that
can
way
do
is
for
not
you?
exactly like.
You're a doctor.
Yeah.
How did you end up here on the Citadel?
My
like,
parents brought me here when I was young. My father was a medic with the Alliance. I chose to keep the medical tradition
like Teleport
alive, but
2077
not
is
the
just as much
military.
garbage,
Fixing
like
up wounded
dumpster fire,
soldiers
the
isn't my
drama,
idea of
the
fun.
controversy around it's like, like the Frontier mod for New Vegas, and they have announced that the Frontier mod is rewriting the NCR Exile storyline. So there's, yeah, that's just, I don't have high hopes for it. I made my feelings clear on it, but things may be looking up for them until there's some controversy yet again, and okay, and this one's really dumb. So long story short, so this TKS Mantis guy like either says mistaken lies or whatever. It is a says that he is a voice actor for the Fallout 4 New Vegas mod, and the team banned him from Discord. He threw a shit fist, and yeah.
Oh, so that was
You're a doctor?
that was the
My
thing. I remember.
I
I
chose
remember
to keep-
the,
of
I read
course.
the Reddit post of that.
Yeah.
Debacle.
It is really dumb.
But it sucks that it happened. I mean,
Yeah, all this is because oh, I threw a grenade! I threw a grenade! Mitch, I actually threw a grenade. I meant to like put my weapon away. If I put my person X, but I threw a grenade instead. Oh my god! Fucking muscle memory.
Finally, in 6th Theta, I finally managed to knock out 2 last missions with 1 stone.
Yeah, I was like, I pressed X.
I do admit the one critique I have of Mass Effect 1 with it was that the missions are definitely really hard, but admittedly not so much for difficulty reasons, but because of how time-consuming they are. Because you have to basically stop by at every planet you possibly come across, because unless you manage to memorize it, and I hardly can memorize locations, so I always have to re-scrounge every area I'm in to find what I'm looking for.
Yeah, it was also pretty bad in my second Drummer, where you had to hop between planets just so you can gather supplies to watch a movie. Like,
Yeah,
there
there was that one too, but at least that took place over the course of it, so therefore it wasn't something to do all at once, but as it progressed, and at least was tongue-in-cheek, and I liked it, but Andromeda was definitely bad in the how many of these, like, assignments of, like, go here, go here, get this work, because there were so many of them, and those extra assignments, I never actually finished them, just because it was way too much work for me to do, and it just was not feeling fun at that point. Like, at least with Mass Effect 1, to its credit, for really the vast majority of the missions you're on, there is a story to see there. How meaningful it is to you depends on, like, you, the player, but at least there is often something that you're learning more of. It could be lore, it could be even like a sort of mini side mission, mini side story that you get to experience, things like that.
oh shit! Get trapped.
Oh shit, Geth Trap. That's not good.
So yeah, I finally finished the damn thing. The one that involved the League 1 and the Prothean data disk, I finally completed.
Fuck.
Yeah, that is such a pain in the ass.
Honestly, for me, the one that is the most annoying is mainly the one where you have to collect minerals, just because of often when you come across planets and you see, like,
I'm here on
because always I have to end up pulling out the Mass Effect wiki, so that way I know, where exactly to find all the resources.
In the original Mass Effect, you have to scan 21 keepers. In the Legendary Edition, 20.
So if you feel that way, then why spread lies?
I also noticed some slightly different areas as well, though, like very light changes anyway. Like, for instance, when you get back after Eden Prime, the positions of where Ashley and Kaden have switched over as well.
All I
What are you talking
wanted
about?
was to retire.
Like
and
the
be with
positions
her.
of where I noticed that
Look,
Ashley was
kid,
in,
I
like Ashley was
appreciate what
in
you're trying to
right
do,
next to the
but
dining table
don't
where you
waste
talk to
your
her, where
time.
instead Caden is there, and Ashley
You need
is
to
where
start
Caden
acting like a
is
gentleman.
I
when
spent
you're
all my
exploring the
life
game.
acting like a general, and what did it
Where
get
he is
me?
on the Normandy
Huh?
normally in the game.
Those days are over. I'll just be what I am. A tired, lonely,
I noticed those like
worn-out
very
soldier.
slight changes anyway
You're a
when I
damn
was
general.
playing.
Quit your whining.
Ha! You got balls, kid. There are only
Currently
5
surveying,
people in this
not
damn
surveying,
galaxy
I
who
mean
talk to
exploring
me
a
like that.
planet.
So you think it's that easy?
Yes.
Yeah, it
Straighten
definitely
up.
is
I
just
don't
very
think it could
enjoyable
hurt.
to be able to re-experience
Maybe you're
all of
right,
these.
Commander.
Like, I know the Pinnacle Station
Sha'ira's
wasn't there, but
worth the
honestly,
effort.
even I don't own Pinnacle
If she were
Station.
Yeah.
Just
My
on
brother
there
misses it.
because
My brother misses it, and the reason why is not like when Bio tried to import over to the PS3. The ones who the source code for it was
didn't
got
that DLC basically find its way into Mass Effect 3 through the Citadel DLC?
kind of, yeah.
Now get up and get moving, General.
All right.
Because I
I'll
know
go
that
to
the
her.
Pinnacle DLC was
After I've had a
actually
cold
pretty disliked
shower
when it came out. I remember that.
Say you're a bright
Yeah, because
kid.
there
Would
isn't
you be
really isn't much
interested
to
in
this.
earning a few extra credits?
What do you want me to do?
There's an L-Corps
But yeah,
diplomat
it's like
out
there isn't
there
really much of a story
who
to it. Just like
believes
shoot some
Sha'ira
virtual
gave up
bad
his
guys, and
secrets.
that's
Why
about
does he
it.
think that?
Because I told
I'm guessing.
him, "Look,
I'm guessing
I
Bring
just
Down
need
This
you to
Guy
convince him of the truth."
has more of a story.
Yes,
What makes
That's
you
what-
think you'll
and
believe
it
this?
and
You'll bring
impacts
him
Mass
proof.
Effect 3.
Take this data pad.
Huh.
It shows
Basically,
where I got my
in this
info.
trilogy,
It will
while it may
exonerate
not be the
Sha'ira
super
and
gargantuan
convince
ways,
the
but
L-Corps.
what you do in Mass Effects 1 and 2 does carry over into Mass Effect 3. That's why I try to be very careful, and
Who
I
am I
will
taking
tell
it
you
to?
this, I'm
Where
not
is
going to
it?
say what happens
His
in it,
name is
but
Zeltan.
for the
He's
last
an
mission
L-Corps
of Mass Effect 2,
He's
be
over in the
very
embassies
careful of who
complaining
you
about
send to very
Sha'ira.
specific things, because
Well,
I messed up really
here's
bad
to
when I did it the
soldiers
first time.
acting like soldiers.
Okay then.
Thanks,
Like, be
Commander.
very careful.
You know,
like, if you
Yeah,
get
pay
there and you're still
attention.
not sure
Pay attention to
what
what
I
your
mean,
squad mates are good at. Pay attention. Know what they're good at.
Hard to imagine a general like that getting so upset.
Yeah, I would like to say more, but since this is your first time, I'd like you to experience it. But I kind of want to tell you that in advance, because at least it sounds like you're kind of
Hi, I'll be
closing
with you
in
in
on the
just a
ending. Because I
I'll wait
remember that
right
Mass
here.
Effect 1 was actually the
Why do I
main
get the
story
feeling you're
wasn't
not
too
here to
long
order
to finish. It
drinks?
was the side content that
I
I
need
would
to
say
talk to you about
really
your work
makes
with
it last a
C-Sec.
long time. Otherwise,
I
I'd
don't
be
know
able to
what you're
finish this
talking
thing
about.
in probably
Now,
about
if you don't
like
mind, I
5,
need to
6
get back to my
hours,
customers.
maybe 8
Yeah,
at
I
the
guess
most.
This isn't a game, General.
Yeah,
These people are
It
dangerous.
already finished like
Why
the
does it
3
sound like my
main
sister?
leads.
Why is everyone so concerned
So I
about
want
me? I
to
can take care of myself.
Vera,
I need to go.
Novaria,
I'm not a
Eros,
stripper. I
and-
need to pay to stand
Ferus,
around.
and wherever Liara was, I actually
Charming.
forgot
Yeah.
what the planet's name was.
Yeah, I forgot that too. He's so unremarkable.
So
I
yeah,
did-
honestly, I would say like it's really Mass Effect 1's length is pretty much entirely
Alliance
because of the side
military.
missions. I would say
I
Mass
could have
Effect
been a
2
Marine,
does
you
it
know.
this a bit
Instead,
does
I
it much
joined the
better.
goddamn
Where I
Citadel
would say that they
security.
made the side content much more interesting, even if it's not as lengthy, of course. For it, I felt like they had
Looking
more of a
for a
narrative
C-Sec
to
officer,
it.
a
Although
Turian
there
named
is
Garrett.
some admittedly annoying aspects, like you do
Garrett?
have to go on the hunt for
He must be
resources
one
a
of
lot,
Captain
but at least it
Anderson's
is
crew.
way
Poor
better
bastard,
because
still
every
trying to
planet
bring
does
Saren
end
down.
up benefiting you
I know where
to some
Garrus
extent
is.
or another.
You gotta tell me something first.
Yeah, I'm now just doing mostly the side
Is there
quests
something I should know about the
that I
captain?
have. At least the ones
Captain
that
used
I
to
don't
be
have
inspector.
to
Didn't know
turn in
that,
right
did
now.
you? It was all
Yeah.
very hush-hush.
So that's why I wanted to do
First
that.
human
And
ever
Conrad,
given that honor.
I will
And
say
then
that
he
you
blew
will be
it.
seeing more of him later after that
Screwed
game.
up his
Yeah, just
mission.
don't blow him off. Do
Of
not
course,
blow
he
him off.
blamed Saren.
His
Oh, come
don't blow him
come
off.
on, I just-
Do not blow him
I
off.
did-
Do not blow him off.
I did.
You said they covered all this up. How'd you hear about
You
it?
blew him out, didn't you? You blew him out, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, because he was enjoying.
People on this
Do not blow him off, no matter what. Do not
Secrets
blow
are
him
like
off because
You gotta
it will
as well
because his
spread 'em
character
around.
arc actually ends a surprising way. Do not.
Well,
I re-
can you rectify it in
One
Mass
more
Effect
chance.
2?
Tell me where Garrus is. Now.
I think you
No,
probably-
I think that
Settle
if you
down.
blow him up,
We'll
he
just look at
dies.
Dr.
Yeah,
Michelle
he dies in
over
Mass
in
Effect
the
1.
med
If you
clinic
blow him
on
up
the
in Mass
other
Effect
side
2,
of the
he
wars.
dies gruesomely. And
How well do you know Captain Anderson?
Yeah, I would
Met
say
him a
though
few
with
times
it,
over
like,
the years.
yeah, definitely
One of
your
those hardcore military
your
guys.
what
Yes,
you
sir.
do in
No,
these
sir.
in this
Can't have
first
any
game
fun with
does
a stick
carry
up your
over.
ass, sir.
I do kind of feel
That's
like
probably
Mass
why he
Effect is
climbed the
kind of
Alliance
the
ranks so
embodiment of
fast.
the whole
Military
like what you
loves
do carries into later
brown
games. I feel it does end up largely doing that. Like it's such enough that I actually even
captain's a good
after I did
soldier.
my first play of the
Sure,
whole trilogy
whatever.
like
Dress him in
4
a
years
fancy
ago,
suit,
like
pin
I
some
remember I
shiny
actually
medals on his
restarted
chest
and
call
played
him
all
a
the
hero.
DLC so I could see what
Everybody
was
else
like.
does.
And at least for me, the feeling was
But if he's
entirely
so
different
great,
when I
why
knew
the
what to
Spectres
do
kick him
and
out?
how to be able
Why don't you go
to
ask him about
properly make
that?
sure that what I wanted to do
You
was
need to look in
there.
a mirror.
And then it gave me a
Sober
much
take
better
some responsibility
experience
for
for it.
yourself.
Save your sermons. This ain't no church.
Like, I don't know, like, I guess
What's
when
it
you
like
finish
working
Mass
for
Effect
C-Sec?
3, I guess we can
You
have
mean,
that
what was
conversation,
it
because,
like?
again, I would like to prefer that
Executives
you
suspended
experience
me
the whole
without
thing
pay.
in full, like,
Yeah,
as
It's a
violation.
good
sort of
thing.
a
It's a good thing that
new
that
thing
this
before
that
we go
the
into that.
Legendary Edition came with the extended cut DLC.
That.
You're gonna have a
Since
very
the Mass
different.
Effect Legendary
made went
Edition
into
is
the
new,
books.
I am,
Get a little
even though
rough
this
with the
is
suspect,
based on
note
games that are like,
Have a couple of
in the
drinks
case of
on
Mass Effect
duty,
1,
note in
it's
the file.
14 years old,
Skim a couple of
11
credits
years
off a
old for
drug
2,
bust,
and then
note in the file. It's a goddamn
9 years
witch
old
hunt.
for
got off
3.
easy if you
But
ask
even
me.
still, because
What
since
the
we
hell
have had
do
new
you
people in
know?
the
Working for
Discord who
C-Sec
have
isn't
been
like
playing
being
it for the
a
first
Marine.
time,
People
I'm
get
treating it
pissed
as if
off
these
we
are like
shoot
spoilers
somebody.
that no one's talked
Investigation.
about.
Fair enough.
Rules,
Fair enough. Just like
Understood.
everybody had
Day I plow
who played
for enough
Mass Effect the
Because I
first
have
time.
noticed, even
Rhino.
online,
That's
like
how
I
you
see a
gotta be
lot
to
of new
do
people
this
who are
job.
like,
So
"Oh
don't
yeah,
talk to
the
me about
Legendary
right and
Edition is
wrong.
like my
You
first
soldiers get it
time
easy.
playing this series." Basically,
You need to look in a mirror.
I noticed a
Sober
lot
up
of that
and take some
sentiment, and I'm
Save
really
your
happy for that.
sermons.
I'm
This
glad a
ain't
lot
no
of more
church.
people are experiencing this
What do you
trilogy
know
that I've
about
loved
Gareth?
for like the past
Damn hot
4
is
years
what he
now.
is. Still figures he can save
Yeah, it's
the
basically
world.
that's
Always
the case for
butting
me
heads with
mostly.
the executor. You'll
And that's
pay for it
the
soon
and I think
enough.
that's the
The executor
because
loves to put us lowly field agents in our
I never was,
place.
You need
was
to look in
that
a mirror.
interested
Save
in
your
general
Yeah, go.
around the 360 era.
Yeah.
There was other stuff that I like, but now that I play, now that I'm here playing,
Questions about Jenna.
I wonder why I really think I missed out on this stuff.
What did you just say?
I know I
good.
certainly did. I remember when I was in grade school, I heard everyone talking about this game series. And I still remember when Mass Effect 3 Discourse was new, though. I wasn't aware, at least,
we
like,
better
the
go
full
find
story of, like, the whole ending and how, like, controversial and how much
Oh my
toxicity
god!
was around it.
It was. Oh, I remember. Like, I got into like fights with an old friend of mine online. It was part of the reason why we had falling out.
Like, I remember only hearing about it, like, in very far passing of it, but then after I played Mass Effect 3, I looked into it and just went like, wow, this isn't just like your typical, oh, fans were complaining, things got ugly.
Yeah, things got ugly, and Bioware has released a free DLC, the extended cut, to fix at least most of the issues. I
feel as if, when comparing, because again, I'm not going to say what actually happens in them, but I feel when I saw the original ending versus the so-called extended one, I didn't ever feel like it changed. More so, it just added context to your actions, is how I interpret it.
I'm actually kind of happy for that. It's like, it's
like,
their story.
It just was like, okay, here's more clarification of what you actually did, in case, like, you were confusing. Because, yeah, the original one was a bit confusing, I would say. Not majorly, but it was like that. I wish that there would be more clarification, and then that's what they did.
I didn't tell anyone, I swear.
That was smart.
I know the end. I know the endings of it, but I really, I knew I know I have watched the endings a long time ago, but it's kind of a really. I feel like I could mix. I just so long ago that I really don't have to.
I think I really appreciate that I got to experience it way after all that stuff happened, so that I can kind of have like a sort of
fresh,
grounded, I guess, relatively a more sort of like grounded thing. So that way, it's like I don't have all that stuff surrounding when I'm watching it, so I can sort of watch it with a clear head, with no sort of input
Perfect
to it,
timing,
and it
Shepard.
really helped.
Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
What were you thinking? You could have.
And I feel for you, Chief, it
wasn't time
also
to
will
think. I
help you
just
with that as well,
reacted. I didn't mean
without
to.
the whole
Dr. Michelle,
controversies
are you
that people.
No, I'm okay. Thanks to you.
That was all
of
there
you.
though. At least I
I know
feel
those
it's
men
a
threatened
new, it's a
But
good
if you tell us who they
experience to
work
have.
for, we can protect you.
Yeah.
They work for
It
Feast.
definitely is.
They wanted to shut me up, keep me from telling
ignoring
because after all, though, like, it's always good to be able to enjoy these things for it. That's why I kind of say, like, it does make me definitely, as like I think even Ricardo was saying, like, it can become an envious feeling when it was like, oh, sweet, you got to, like, experience something, at least for the first time, though, and that you kind of would like to know, so that you could have that feeling again. Because I still remember that what got me to play the first Mass Effect, because by that point, the Andromeda, like, you know, stuff was happening, so I was like, you know what, I've heard of Mass Effect all this time, so let me just go and see what that's like. And I went to the Xbox store, and they were selling it on a really great deal. It was like $5 on the store. So I'm like, okay, sweet. So
yeah, I got the collector's edition.
Something worth.
And then I fell in love with it completely. I was like, holy shit, I'm so into this. Like, even though Mass Effect 1 definitely had like very wonky controls, like again, like guns that were frequently missing because it was operating on like pen and paper RPG mechanics. For it, so like there was plenty of wonky stuff there. The hilarious physics of the Mako, which still exists in the Legendary Edition, but I would argue nowhere near as laughable as it could be, as it was in the very original game.
I'm coming with you.
Yeah, the Mako in the original game was like bouncy, boing, boing, boing,
I couldn't find the proof I needed.
There is still a little bit of that. I've done corkscrews,
and I've seen like footage of people accidentally going upside down in the Mako. Takes a bit to.
I've done that so many times when I was in the original one. Garrus. I've only done it like I think like 3 or 4 times in this one. But oh man, in the original version, I was like upside down so many times because like I guess either through jumping or when I would boost off of like empty ledges, and so whenever I would hit corners because the terrain is super like bumpy, so therefore it would just be like you would bounce all over the place. It would be so
another get them.
Move out. How many get ambushes have you walked into?
Yeah, that's what I was actually just saying with Connor earlier, where looking on it, Mass Effect 1, having replayed it, it does feel as if Andromeda was actually trying to return to those Mass Effect 1 era roots, having replayed it. Like the more of the occurrence on exploring all the planets that exists on the galaxy map, definitely trying to open up more with how dialogue works in it, all kinds of stuff. Definitely had it feel more like it was wanting to return to those Mass Effect 1 roots, so to speak.
More space exploration, and well, it makes sense considering that it's a new galaxy. Sure as hell you want to explore what the hell is going on.
So yeah. I am curious, though, how exactly Andromeda will play out, because I know that I've seen the devs, I know specifically Michael Gamble, whenever people have asked him about Andromeda, because I was seeing disappointment that it looked like it was going to focus only on the Milky Way, and he was saying, like, oh, don't discount it, though, like, you'll see later when we announce more. So I'm like, I really am curious to see how that's going to end up working out in, because at least from what I could look up on the Mass Effect wiki, apparently one of the parts of the initiative was actually to reestablish contact with the Milky Way after some period of time, like trying to set something up so that way they could be able to go to and from at the pace that the mass relays would give. But obviously, like that had to take a backseat after the arrival of the cats, basically.
What are you doing down here in the wards? Anything I can help you with?
Why did you join Citadel Security?
So I would say that Andromeda definitely feels like it was definitely taking much of its structural tendencies, definitely from Mass Effect 1, which I think actually makes me appreciate that though for it, because you don't really often have it where the game that usually is considered like the least best, at least when it came to gameplay, where they end up going back to those roots. It's usually not something I see in sequels. Although I do feel when playing the Legendary Edition of Mass Effect 1, the gameplay for me actually feels more similar to Mass Effect 2 than it does 3.
A tenth of it. The Presidium's just so beautiful. Good place to go and
mainly
relax.
because I noticed that even though Shepard can sprint, there is still the stigma.
Oh yeah, that. I guess
I noticed that the movement speed is also still noticeably slower.
You should
it has
check it
the
out when
same
you have
sort
some
of
time.
fast yet kind of slow movement speed that the characters would have in 2, whereas opposed to 3, where Shepard could run at like super crazy speeds, basically.
I know it's not really like that though. Some of the other CSEC guys don't
like
it
yeah,
too
if you
much.
play Mass
Figured they
Effect 3,
shouldn't be
you will
able to
see
operate
Shepard.
outside. But if they
Apparently,
were so
she
bad,
really
the
was
council
busted
wouldn't
out
use
on
them,
leg
right?
day to make sure.
Do you know
that
a
she could
CSEC
go in
officer
that.
named
They're
Harkin?
talking about Shepard, like Shepard
I
running,
shouldn't
like
really say too much. She's been
Yeah,
in
Shepard
a lot
running.
longer than
It
me.
seems that her being.
But I've heard things, you know?
I was
Working
about to
on the
spoil,
job, taking
but basically,
bribes, that kind of
like
thing.
between 2 and
Rumors
3,
mostly,
it
but
seems
they
that
suspended
whatever
him, so
happened
some
there,
of
it
it
was
must be
really
true.
good for her
I have
health.
to go.
Right. You're probably real busy.
oh,
Well,
I see a
see
bit
you
of a
around,
glitch.
Commander.
There's some minor glitches here and there, but nothing game breaking.
I have noticed that as well. I've noticed that sometimes there would be like some frame rating where the game had to sort of where everything would be blurry while it had to I guess construct everything there. So that was often something to deal with, but at least it's nothing
many
too
colonial
bad.
investors are pulling their
Fortunately.
support for future projects.
Yeah.
Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped
speaking of
sharply.
Mass Effect Andromeda,
Many
I was
colonial
really harsh
proposals
to
are
it
on
when I
hold until
finished the
backers
game
have some
because
reassurance that human colonies will be adequately
oh my god,
protected.
the gameplay was just like slow and drags on and on and on and on. And when someone points out to me that I forgot to unmute myself at one point, I just feel like I was just stunned.
I really liked Andromeda, but it definitely had its problems where it feels very long yet feels rushed. It also has other issues where it has that feeling of where it either progresses
Witnesses
too
saw you
fast
making
or too
threats in
slow
Fist's bar.
and doesn't seem
Stay
to go
away
at a
from him.
steady pace
I don't
for
take
it.
orders from
And
you.
often
This
the
is your
acts
only
don't really
warning,
feel
Rex.
balanced, and
You
it's
should
never
warn
clear
Fisk.
as
I
to
will
when
kill him.
one act begins and one ends.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
And it has some other problems, like, because it does feel like, because for this game, because obviously it was part of a major, like, trilogy, that they were hoping that Andromeda was going to be the start of a new, honestly, it could have been a trilogy or series, depending on what their plans would have been for it, whatever those were, where they definitely were trying to make sure to plant as many seeds as possible, such as, like, apparently they can't have a Senate that operates outside in the Helios cluster, that...
there's like a rift,
Fist knows you're coming.
with the
Have a better
cat,
chance
that
if
sort
we
of
all
thing.
work together.
Yeah, that that one of the characters has there. Also, other things such as the entire mystery around the
I think we're gonna get along
the
just
Andromeda
fine,
initiative that exists there as well. So all kinds of things that are there. Again, like if you decide that you want to touch Andromeda after the Legendary Edition, because hey, it's free. You have Game Pass, so you can go and play it. So I would say if you want to try it, definitely be my guest there.
Okay, Julie. Let me get this straight. Your business partner.
Andromeda, though, like even though it has its faults, it's still definitely a very solid game, honestly.
You're not CSEC, are you? Did you want
I do feel like, yeah, definitely, though, that
What were you
because
trying to
there
explain
were
to the
still a lot
officer
of
before?
the story things of it, but I
My
honestly
colleague
think
is
that it
trying
was
to
about the
kill
best
me,
that they could do with
and
it
I
under the
thought we were
circumstances.
friends.
But yeah, it can ultimately depend on what
do
it
you know
is.
he
But I
wants you
do
dead?
like that Mass Effect Andromeda's
changed.
reputation
He won't talk
has
to me at work
ultimately
anymore,
been,
and
at least on the internet,
started
I've seen has been
following
much
me.
more improved. I see more people liking
Yesterday,
it these
he
days
followed
than
me all the way
disliking it.
home, just waiting for a
Yeah.
chance.
And back to I made a
don't
really
care what
harsh
anyone thinks.
post on
He
Tumblr
wants me
about
gone.
it. I can
I
read
know
out
it.
loud. See, most of my thoughts still line up. I'm gonna like Nordranok, Andromeda.
You hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, okay.
Can you hear us?
Can you speak a little louder?
Did you get into another? Did you get in? Did you
The
get
Thrasher.
into another?
Is there something I can do? Talk to your friend, maybe?
Oh fuck, Thresher Moss.
Would you?
Fuck those things.
Yeah, those things are
Someone to
super
talk to
hard to
him.
actually fight.
Tell
I
him
actually
to
am surprised when
leave me
replaying how mobile the Mako
He thinks
actually
he can
is,
just push
because
me
I remembered
around,
it being a
but
lot
you'll show him,
slower.
won't
I
you?
think it may be because the Legendary Edition improved
Just
the
tell me
controls
where he is
on
and
it.
I'll go find
Yeah, and you don't have
right.
a experience penalty if you kill something
down
in
in the
Mako.
wards near the markets.
Thank God, that means
Yeah, he said
I
he
won't
just
have to
wanted to
like
talk, but I know
get
better.
do something really stupid to
His
kill a
name's
Thresher
Shorman.
just to get more
He's
experience.
a
Like,
Solarian.
are you fucking
You
kidding
shouldn't
me?
have any trouble. He's just a scientist.
Yeah, that thing caught me off
That's the
guard
guy
when
who
I
wanted us to scam
was
the
exploring a planet. Like with the
The
Fisters,
Keepers?
oh
Well,
sheesh.
even more reason to go after him.
And
Yeah,
at
you're
that
gonna
time I
see a
didn't
lot of
know
these
that
Thresher
he-
Moss. You're gonna see plenty of Thresher Moss. One,
And the worst thing about it is that
If I find out he's lied
at that point
to
I
me,
wasn't aware of the Mako had a
Well, good
also
luck.
had a cannon besides its besides his machine gun, so it took a while.
Yeah, definitely. I understand with that. Although I do appreciate with this edition, especially that will definitely make my experience on Mass Effect 3 good when I get around to it, is that now they made it to where the progress of war has been much more simplified. Because I do remember that it was always...
unlike the regular Mass Effect 3, there is no multiplayer mode. Yet, at least, because
if you weren't aware, Chief, basically because the way it worked in the 360 version was that you had to play the multiplayer, which would affect the single player by determining, and it was ultimately what would get you the best ending, so to speak, for it. And so because of that, like, since obviously the 360, like, you know, that's a long time ago, so there aren't exactly players, or at least not many of them, lying around anymore. So therefore, the only way for me to play it would have to be playing a sort of N7 game that you could play on your phone, and I would have to direct fleets to go and
Mass Effect 3's multiplayer is still running, last I checked.
Like, I think last year or 2 years ago.
But in short, it's a bit more complicated than it should now. No.
So as I understand it, it seems they got rid of it. Connor, do you remember what it is that it does now? Isn't it like just what's in the game is all you have to get for the best ending?
If you want to get the best outcome, you either have to do everything in Mass Effect 3 or play through an entire trilogy. In the original Mass Effect 3, it's a lot harder to get the best outcome on prior to the extended cut. The extended cut makes it a little easier.
And I can definitely say, that especially with Tali, that and another companion that you will get that will be very late in the game, make sure that you finish their that final companion's quest. It's very important to 3.
I imagine.
Otherwise, it's you're gonna cry when you because you screw it up.
Because unfortunately, I didn't know of completing that mission because I ignored said last companion because again, I was stupid and I didn't really know what I was doing. So therefore, it led to some really bad stuff.
Yeah. So in other words, do everything, but be sure to do
At the very least, do whatever involves your companions.
Yeah, because if you do stuff for your companions, it'll be more likely for them to survive the events too. And for God's sake, when you reach here a certain derelict place, do everything before that, and then do the secret companion's quest like immediately. Oh, just talk to the secret companion, talk to them. We'll
wait. Let's try not to go over.
I'm trying to be specific. I'm trying to be detailed in the most vaguest of
But I say let's go try saving that for when he's closer to being there, so that way we can try actually going in that detail for that. Let's try to have him enjoy Mass Effect 1 before he starts getting
a good point.
Yeah, don't bombard me before that. Just
good enough. So Chief, are you going for
the excavation team is
one important question?
representatives on the Citadel
who is the Shepherd? Like what the reality is? Like where they're Paragon, Renegade, Paragate, Renegon?
I just wonder what the quick start.
The default
Shepherd. Yeah, mostly because too much options for the character creator.
Paralysis of choice.
More than.
Hey, Commander Shepard.
I don't know.
Good to see you again. Anything you need?
I have to go.
Right.
Yeah, it sounds like you had the paralysis of choice because there definitely is more cosmetic options than I remember the base ones having.
Yeah, there is.
It actually was.
There are more cosmetic options.
It was harder to go and try to get my Shepherd down because I tried to have her look the way I had her in Mass Effect 3, but it seemed it was trickier than I remembered, so I just had to try to recreate it to the best of my memory.
Yeah, just
So default male soldier.
Yeah,
all the background stuff. So did you go with Paragon, Renegade? Earthborn, Soul Survivor. Did you go? Did you go the Paragon path, the Renegade path, or did you mix it up?
It's hard for me to be Renegade.
I feel the only game where I never mind being the bad guy has only been GTA. Any other series never feels like I would ever feel.
Yeah, although in the Mass Effect series, you're more.
Yeah, I never.
Here's what
I will grant it. Being a bad guy in Mass Effect 2 is so freaking funny.
Yeah, you're more of an anti-hero than a bad guy in the Child trilogy. You know, you'll be more. Yeah, you're.
Although
yeah.
I would say in Mass Effect 3, you can do some really evil shit once you get in there.
Yes.
But honestly, it wasn't.
But I agree, it is unique in Mass Effect where your character isn't ever a straight-up villain. They're more, I think, as other people have said, like, essentially a good asshole.
Yeah,
like, you're a hero in the strictest sense that you save the galaxy, but you are by no means a good person, really.
Yeah,
again, like, you're basically kind of an
here's
asshole.
what Yahtzee from Zero Punctuation said when it comes to Mass Effect. It can be more like Picard or more like Derek Harry.
Yeah, that's about a good description of it. I think that's one of the things that makes Mass Effect really unique in RPGs, is that you can't ever be a straight-up bad guy, though. Definitely someone who's more questionable in morals, like I said, like more of like an anti-hero kind of person, although, like, although you can't really be a full-on villain, though.
Yeah, if you want to be a full-on villain, there's something more like Fallout or other games.
Yeah,
honestly,
more like those ones, really.
But honestly, I really, I guess,
wasn't expecting to see you again.
It wasn't.
Is there something you want?
You can start by telling me the truth, Shorvin.
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Yeah, I really do like the idea and the execution for the most part of the morality system.
And you know about the data?
If you go, you're not really penalized if you mix that or neutral too.
No, but you're gonna tell me.
Like
the
the options that are como like renegade, I really like stuff that I just.
Looks like my plans have changed.
No,
yeah, it's a lot easier to select for the most part, except for the more evil parts in 3. For the most part in 2 and 3, because you're less assholeish and more like get the job done regardless.
I do feel that Mass Effect 2's Paragon Renegade system was the one I disliked the least, because unfortunately, like, if you end up doing any major, Renegade or Paragon option, if you're trying to ultimately do one, it ends up majorly affecting the other. So in Mass Effect 2, when I actually did when I did a major Renegade option in one of the DLCs, it actually permanently messed up my Paragon playthrough because I wasn't able to do the Paragon option.
Yeah, for those part, I was able to get what I want with my Paragate Femship.
We were the first to scan
There's
them,
like a couple instances that, like 1 or 2 instances where I'm prevented from doing what I want.
We can do it.
And I got to a pretty amusing situation where when Tali and the secret
companion... don't spoil anything that's going to be there. I want them to experience everything.
When Tali and one of the companion gets to the argument, only their Paragon persuasion option is there, and not the Renegade. And when Jack and Miranda gets the 2 characters in Mass Effect 2, to get into an argument after you do the loyalty missions, the Renegade persuasion option is only there for me. The Paragon is grayed out, which creates a very interesting interesting scenario.
I'm not trying to kill him.
Very few,
our initial findings.
Very few persuasion options were grayed out for me.
Maybe to sell it.
I was able,
I don't know.
It's mostly when I basically like gaming the system, but it does allow me to roleplay what I want to roleplay.
Yeah, it's basically like
in 3,
if you're doing smaller ones, you'll be okay. But basically in 2, I'm only saying this that your gameplay can be most optimized. It basically is one where you have to fully commit to whichever side that you're
in Mass Effect 3, they address that, and they tweak how it tracks your ability to persuade others in 2.
It's more a reputation system than it is
regulations
a
for you or your
morality system, which honestly I kind of find myself preferring in games. I prefer when the world is more like the people around you are judging you rather than really the game itself, where the developers can impose their own personal morals and situations. So instead it's more like, how do other people in this world perceive you?
Yeah, that seems like I like that. I like that from the Outer Worlds.
And Fallout New Vegas
New
definitely
Vegas.
has a lot of that too, though, that I really appreciate. I only just wish that in New Vegas, it could actually, like, sort of affect your standing with other factions, which is what the Outer Worlds actually does, and I found myself really appreciating that. It felt like then I had to really consider who I'm aligning with, because if I try to side with one faction over the other, then it's like, oh, you're gonna really piss off those guys.
Yeah.
And it won't be because of something you did that directly impacted them, but just like, oh shit, you're best friends with them? Well, we don't want to be friends with you.
And at least for me in the Outer Worlds, it wasn't like or like good or bad. One of the standouts was that I remember the name of the planet. It was basically the Iconoclast, the company of that planet.
Yeah.
And like both of them were like almost why they were doing, and it was like what I did at the end was make a choose between I don't really like
one of my main mentality about the Outer Worlds is compared to New Vegas, it's a lot more black and white. Not, the story's good, but it's very black when you decide to.
Right, but it's not. Maybe it's
it's criticism of unregulated capitalism. It just kind of feels like there's not much to engage with the board, because you know they're bad guys, you know what they're capable of. It's like it's like the same reason I had reasons with Cars of Legion. They're way too much like bad guys. Why the fuck should I say
I feel that it should. I'm never against having a faction that is a straight
up bad guy with little to no benefits, gameplay benefits.
From a royal playing perspective, I actually think though it can be kind of fun to even be that.
Yeah.
But I do kind of feel like the problem is that games give you the option to do so, but there's
never
really
get any benefit from it.
To do it.
Never give any
Stop right there! Don't come any closer.
Because after all, like, of course, it's easy to be the good guy when you have everything to gain from it. So therefore, yeah, you'll be there just because if anything, it has it's very rewarding.
Yeah, right.
Whereas I do feel that, at least personally, that if a game is going to have that sort of good guy, bad guy, that's what you can be, that there should be things that, well, it should be more, I guess, materialistically rewarding. Not majorly so, because of course you don't want to have it to where you don't get much of the good stuff in a good playthrough. Of course you don't want that.
Yeah.
But you at least do want to have it to where you at least get enough to where you will be able to enjoy.
I agree. It's just like okay, I just gotta get
I think, for instance, like, let's take money, for instance. If being a bad guy meant that you could actually make much more money, I actually wouldn't be opposed to that kind of thing, because after all, if it's like, oh, like, there's a lot of lucrative activities, but they're not legal or moral, I could definitely see that, especially in something like
Now I got a...
Enemy is everywhere!
I got a choice. I was doing a mission so talk about a major that went rogue. The
AI, the rogue AI. You think you're a fan?
No. A rogue major. Biotics now.
Wait! Don't kill me! I surrender.
And then I got the.
Tell me where the Quarian is, and I won't have to
choice
shoot
of either
you.
Paragon.
She's not here. I don't know where she is.
Paragon or Renegade.
He's no use to you now.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna have to get off the party because
I
I'm
don't know where the Quarian is, but I know where you can find her.
But it was definitely great talking to you guys.
Yeah, same.
Hopefully we can go and talk soon as well.
Face.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Yeah.
Certainly.
Chief, are you heading out?
I'm good now.
Yeah, we're gonna talk for a bit. So, you got something in your mind, like saw any interesting news? Yeah, we'll see you later, Shadowhawk.
She didn't know that.
Yep, definitely see you later.
Yeah, so Chief.
But when she shows
Have a good
up,
night, guys.
it'll be Saren's
Good night.
waiting for her.
Tell me where that meeting is before I blow your lying head off.
I swear to God, the graphics look
You're
a
on
lot
the
better,
wards,
and the
back
patches
alley
and the
by
patches make
markets.
it like.
She's supposed to meet them right now. You can make it if you hurry.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I've seen some of the screenshots of
The Shadow Broker paid me to kill him. I don't
the
leave
open
jobs
world,
half
not
done.
open world, but the
A lot of people
planets,
died because of him.
They definitely look
He had it coming.
way better.
Now let's move.
Yeah,
we have to
definitely.
save that Quarian.
Let me save that Quarian. But first, we need to save that Quarian. But first, let's do everything.
Always.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I leveled up.
Yeah, well, tomorrow is a national holiday, so
What's a national holiday?
it's what's it called? The I don't know exactly what the but basically we're celebrating
The founding of your.
no, that's in September. Technically February, but no, it's commemorating naval battle. That's it.
Yeah. Is it just me, or is Insanity on Mass Effect 1 easier than I thought? I swear. I struggle a lot with the Insanity difficulty as a first new character, no new game plus on Insanity. So originally in Mass Effect 1, the higher two difficulties, or at least Insanity, can only be accessed after you beat the game for the first time. Yeah. And so are the first 10 levels, and so are, like, you're stuck at level for the first. You can't go up to level 60 until you beat the game for the first time. Up it says me. Yeah, am I doing this?
I don't know.
Am I doing this on the highest difficulty? I need to check. Yeah, I am doing this on Insanity. This is easy. Why is this easier than I thought? Is it because I got a lot of experience with this game?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm playing on normal mostly because
There's the Shadow Broker.
Yeah.
I know the gameplay of.
Yeah, so if you're interested in playing, like, say, Mass
The
Effect
deal's
3, I think you can get Mass Effect 3 as part of the EA Pass, the EA Play team from Game Pass. I'm very happy for that. So you want to try it out, be sure to get the DLCs, and I see a lot of enemies, like, running around being silly. So I'm just gonna, like, fuck them all up. Ramble like. Ow. You can play that game. Okay, so I'm taking out an assassin, and okay, this is harder than I thought. There we go. I got radioactive rounds. Is that, like, illegal in is that like illegal in real life? I forget it.
What?
I got radioactive
what?
rounds to modify my weapon with.
What was it?
Radioactive weapons. Radioactive rounds. I'm not kidding.
That thing. Not really, because you really can have not like Mass Effect does it. You
Just set me up.
there's like
I knew I couldn't trust
depleted
him.
uranium rounds,
Were you
but
hurt in the
that's
fight?
mostly on
I know how to look
aircraft
after
and
myself. Not that I don't appreciate the
tanks.
help.
Not
Who are you?
your standard infantry weapons.
My name's Shepard. I'm
Well, I
looking
do
for
find
evidence to
it.
prove Saren's a traitor.
Yeah.
Then
I,
I have
I
a
do
chance
found
to repay
one
you for
of
saving
the
my life.
weapon
But
mods are
not
kinda
you. We need to go
funny and
somewhere
cool
safe.
at the same time.
could take it to the
There's
human
usually
embassy.
polonium rounds
Your
and
ambassador
I'm
will
like,
want to see this anyway.
oh, that's just
Yeah.
that's just cool.
Yeah, one of the things I actually missed in
You're not
Mass Effect 2 and
making
3
my
is,
life
well,
easy, Shepard.
kind of in Mass...
Firefights in the wards
that's
and
not really
all-out
in Mass
assault on
Effect
Cora's
3,
den. Do
and
you
partially
know how
into
many...
running over enemies with
Who's
my
this?
Mako.
Quarian? What are you up to, Shepard?
Yeah,
This Quarian can help us bring
that's
down
always
Saren.
fun.
I would have told you that if you hadn't jumped down my throat.
I apologize, Commander. This whole thing with Saren has me a bit on edge. Maybe
Yes,
we
like-
should just start at the beginning, Miss...
My name is Tali.
Like,
Tali Zora Naraya.
the
We
fact
don't
that
see many
they
Quarians
specify
here.
their
Why
polonium
did you
rounds
leave
and
the
that, it's
flotilla?
like, oh, that's just.
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of
Even if it-
passage into adulthood.
Even if you,
I've never heard
if
of
you
it
survive the gunfight, you're
It is a
You're
tradition among my
SOL,
people.
yeah.
you
When
are
we reach maturity, we leave the ships of our
unless
parents
the
and our
medicine
people
of
behind.
the future is that
Alone we
is
search
that
the
good
stars.
that you can
Only
your
return to the
radiation
Good that you
flotilla
can-
once
you can
we
walk
have
off.
discovered something of
Good that you
value.
can- you
polonium.
In this way, we prove ourselves worthy of adulthood.
Because,
What kinds of things do you look for?
It could be resources like
But
food
any
or
case,
fuel, or
anyway.
some type of useful technology, or even
Mostly
knowledge
running
that will make life
incendiary
easier on the
rounds.
flotilla. Through our
Incendiary rounds.
pilgrimage,
Okay,
we
those,
prove that
yeah,
we will
those are me.
contribute to the
And you could
community,
also have like a bit of
rather
a
than being
power,
burden
like a
on
power
our
up,
limited resources.
and as like equipment to like like consumer equipment in Andromeda, and like one of the abilities that you can have playing on your class in 2 and 3.
Tell us what you found.
During my travels, I began hearing reports of Geth. Since they drove my
all
people
things
into
considered, my ship
exile,
doesn't
the
look
Geth
bad.
have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious.
I've seen like people like base
tracked a
make
patrol of
shepherds
Geth
off of
to
like
an
uncharted
uncharted
characters
I
from
waited
other
for one
from
to
other
become
stuff
separated
and
from its unit.
celebrities.
Then I disabled
Samuel
it and
L.
removed its
Jackson,
memory core.
Samuel L. Shepard. Imagine that.
I thought they get fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
How did you
I
manage
had
to
enough of
preserve
these
memory
motherfucking guys on this
My
motherfucking
people
station.
created the Geth. If you're quick,
Oh, that
careful,
would be
and
so
lucky,
funny.
small caches of data can
I had
sometimes
enough of
be
these
saved.
motherfucking
Most of the
reapers
core
in
is
this
wiped clean.
motherfucking
But I
galaxy.
salvaged something from its audio
You know what would be perfect?
Yeah.
I know the council that made a decision,
Prime
but
was
it
a
was a
major
stupid
victory.
ass decision.
Someone reclined
And I
you.
decided to
One step
ignore it.
closer to finding the conduit.
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was
And
involved
that
in the
fits
attack.
You said Eden
perfectly.
Prime brought him one step
Like a
closer to
renegade.
finding the conduit.
Yeah,
Any
he
idea
would
what
definitely
that
fit a
means?
renegade personality, but
The conduit must
Paragon
have something to do
leaning
with the
a bit
beacon.
more like choice.
Maybe some
choice-wise.
kind of
You know what
Prothean
I'm saying?
technology,
Yeah, something like that.
like a weapon.
Oh yeah, you can call
Wait,
you can
there's more.
call a Hannah a
Saren
stupid
wasn't
big
working alone.
stupid jellyfish. I love Mass Effect.
Eden Prime was a major
And yeah,
victory.
Shepard says that at one point
beacon
in Mass
has
Effect 3 in
brought
a
us
side
one step
quest.
closer to
Regardless,
finding
your
the
character
conduit.
Shepard automatically says you
And
big
one step
stupid
closer to the return
jellyfish.
of the Reapers.
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
Are they some kind of new alien species?
According to the memory core, the Reapers
Yeah.
were a hyper-advanced
There's a
machine
lot of good
race
stuff
that
in Mass
existed
Effect.
50,000 years
In my
ago.
in my
Reapers
streaming
hunted the
playthrough
Protheans
of
for
the Mass Effect
total
trilogy, I
extinction,
will
and
match
then they
Kaden
vanished.
as
least,
Madison Shepard
that's what
in
the Geth
1.
believe.
Slept with the
Sounds a
conduit.
little
Slept with the
far-fetched.
consort. By the way, romance
Oh.
Garrus in romance Garrus in 2 and 3, and flirted with Kelly.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now.
Yeah, it's.
I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods.
Yeah,
the pinnacle of
Garrus is a really
monoganic
good
life.
character.
And they believe Saren
Damn,
knows how to bring the Reapers
yeah,
back.
I see.
Oh,
The council is
my brother's
just going to
my brother's in my
love
room right now,
this.
and he said that the facial animations are a lot better with the update. I agree.
They won't believe you anyway. Just keep them out of this.
We have to tell them. Even if they don't believe anything else, this proves Saren is a traitor.
Yeah.
The captain's right. We
Um,
need to present this to the council right away.
Sorry.
What about her? The Quarian.
What else to talk about Mass Effect? So,
My name
when
is
you
Tali.
if you get to 2 Mass Effect Andromeda,
You
what
saw
kind of
me in
character
the alley,
would you
Commander.
want to be?
You know what I
Like,
can
do
do.
you-
I don't
Let
know.
me come with
I don't
you.
know. It's like
So,
I
so
really
you
don't know if
play as
I'll
Ryder
play Mass
in
Effect.
so you play as Ryder, one of the twin children of Alec Ryder in Mass Effect Andromeda.
I thought you were
are
on
the
your
child of
pilgrimage.
The pilgrimage
N7.
proves we are willing
and
to
one
give
was
of ourselves
supposed to
for
be
the greater
Pathfinder,
good.
but
What
circumstances
does it
happened
say
and
about
the
me if I
position now
turn
falls
my
into
back
you.
on this?
So, in other words, everything's up to you.
Saren is a danger to the
I
entire
don't
galaxy.
know if I'll play Andromeda.
pilgrimage
I think it
I'll
really
take all the help
is
I
gonna
can get.
depend. Like if I need more
Thanks.
Mass Effect
You
after
won't
I
regret
finish
this.
with.
Oh, and by the way,
Anderson and I will go ahead to
and
get things
unlike
ready
in
with
Mass
the
Effect,
council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in the tower.
did you hear that, Chief?
Barely.
Oh. Yeah, it looks like the Did you hear that?
Makeup, that's what I heard.
Yeah, Silken, you have to get on because you have to say this. So basically, my brother says that that Udina looks like he either applied makeup poorly or he ducked his face into a pile of cocaine before dealing with the council.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, it kind of looks like there's like white powder all over his face. It's like that. Playing as an infiltrator, as you can see.
I'll definitely try to play Infiltrator in the second or the third game. Maybe Engineer in the.
You gotta look at what each class does, because each class has their own unique ability and bonus and don't forget bonus talents, because bonus talents you get them in 2 and 3 from like 2 for loyal missions and 3 from talking to your squad mates and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you lock it based on your actions in the game. Like if you use your assault rifle to kill a lot of enemies, you get that as a bonus talent when you to start a new game. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And as for bonus powers in 2 and 3, you don't need to start a new game. Just go to a station and get your bonus power. It costs a little bit of credits in the second and a bit of resources in the third, but it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
They're called advanced training.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you can redo your power your skills as many times as you want in 2 and 3 though. I believe in 3, the cost goes up each time. So you gotta think about what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, Rex is leveled up. They're gonna. Okay, he's gonna get. They're gonna get wrecked by Rex. Hey, it rhymes. Yeah. So, have you also played Dragon Age, by the way?
Nah. Not that interested in the fantasy channel, so.
A good time.
I know who revealed your secret. It was a Turian named Septimus.
Yeah. So
it's nothing against. It's nothing against the fantasy in general. It's just not my thing.
Fair enough. So everyone is a bit of an unusual setting.
See this here if you don't believe us.
Confused.
But still.
Yeah, but it's not exactly. Yeah, but it's not exactly like. For me, fantasy is not exactly like. It has to do something. It really has to do something to get engaged.
Septimus is a powerful man, and it wasn't easy for him to find.
Yeah. So, speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, so I made a tweet that I made a tweet where it says like if you like Wonder Vision's Westview, it's like a domain of dread. Think about it.
Yeah, I don't know what the domain of dread is.
So basically, in Ravenloft, domain of dread is a hell, but it's not made for you. It's a hell not made for you. It's for people who have done pretty bad things, and sometimes you get caught right in the middle of it.
I'm sure she'll forgive you. It was an honest mistake.
Yeah, a hell that becomes a country.
Perhaps you are right.
Okay.
I can only hope so.
Well, shit, that's.
If you're not the one stuck in it, you suffer from it, but you're not its main victim. Make sense?
Approving.
It's very based on like all the various horror stuff, like slasher, psychological, cosmetic, cosmic. I don't know why I said cosmetic. Psychological, body horror. Yes, body horror, like like The Thing and stuff.
Yeah, I get it.
The most well known is Shroud. Von Shroud, which is basically D&D's answer to Dracula. And in according to D&D lore, he is at least the recent versions of D&D lore. He is known to be the first vampire in the D&D multiverse.
Commander Shepard, my name is Samesh Bhatia. Forgive the intrusion, but I have nowhere else to turn.
It's no trouble. What can I do for you?
My wife was a Marine. She was in the 212 on Eden Prime. I've requested that my wife's body be returned to me for cremation, but the military has refused my request.
Why did they refuse your request? There's got to be some
first notable vampire.
All I know is that they have declared it impossible for my wife to be returned to
domains are known to have either escaped or let go. Vecna, only one. Vecna was technically never a Dark Lord, but he was trapped in his own domain, but escaped as part of a grand plan. That was.
There's no reason for your wife's body to be held like this. Just wait here.
The man in charge of my case is Mr. Bosker.
I'm not sure about
Elminster. He was in the expensive bar over there. Thank you for your time. I just want to give my wife a proper funeral.
And depending on how you look, like a character from the Dragonlance setting has been trapped in there and has been released and returned to that in that same time period. It's kind of weird. He gave up. He accepted his punishment, and although he's been trapped in Ravenloft for hundreds of years. I'm talking about Ravenloft as a setting. Fair point. So, he's been trapped in the Ravenloft setting for in that time for hundreds of years. But when he's sent back. He's been sent back to his own time, like right immediately after he was taken away. Timey-wimey stuff.
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard. Your activities made for quite a briefing.
The reason why it's like that because the writers
I can do to assist you?
Yeah, basically that there's been conflict between the writers of Ravenloft and
Yes. A man named Samesh Bhatia is having some trouble claiming his wife's body.
I'm trying to speak here.
Mr. Bhatia. A good man in an understandably frustrating position. I wish I could help him. Serviceman Nirali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before.
Yeah, there's some.
I got it.
You think her body might be dangerous or contaminated?
Yeah. No, Commander. Nirali Bhatia is
for
not
the news,
dangerous.
let me look up like Game Informer.
Extremely valuable to the Alliance. The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully,
here's something that actually kind of surprised me.
Bhatia may save more
Rambo
lives in
and
death
that one
than
guy
she
from the
did in
Die Hard
life.
series are in the Call of Duty Warzone. Yeah, it's like.
How long do you think the
I'm
research
not, I shouldn't be that surprised.
This is a long-term study.
That's
I wouldn't expect the bodies to be
Rambo
released
looks
for
weird
a year
compared
or
to
longer.
how he looks in Mortal Kombat 11.
You've got to have a lot of bodies. Can't you release one?
They do
Very
look
few
like
bodies have this new type of weapon
their
damage,
actors.
and very few
I'll
are
give
in
you
good
credit
enough
for that.
condition to study. Beyond that, Commander, we need as many bodies as we can to get a reasonable sample size.
When will this research result in actual new technology?
If we're lucky, we'll actually realize usable technology from this study in a few years.
Well, I have Blackout, so I'll probably try to place some of it.
But holding the body is wrong.
Commander,
the weekend.
You of all people should
Yes,
understand how far we must go to protect humanity.
Is this what I'm out there fighting for? A government that steals the bodies of its honored dead?
Updates, so
all right,
try to
Commander.
get
You win. It was hard enough refusing Mr. Bhatia. I'm not going to risk an incident by refusing you. Tell Samesh that the body is being shipped back to Earth. I'll go now to see to it myself.
I'm just doing something a little different.
Hello again, Commander. Has there been any word?
So anyway, sorry about my brother's commentary.
Thank you.
Crap, I
will return home and begin my preparations. It does not bring me
so,
happiness, but it may bring me peace. Goodbye, Commander.
Yeah. Ooh, I got plenty of experience. Anyway, oh shit! So Ikaru's voice actor has been replaced. Ikora from Destiny. Ikora from Destiny 2. You know what? My brother's asking why, and I don't have any idea. I'm looking up right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that the actors involved in the Firefly series have left Destiny for one reason or another. It's a bit of a shame. The new voice actress' name is Mara Jonut. Mara, I'm gonna look. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna look up what she's known for. What voices has she done? IMDb. Thank you. Very convenient. She has voiced in. Oh, she voiced Sindel in Mortal Kombat 11. Let's see here. Rage 2, I don't think you recognize that. Fallout 76. She voiced some characters in Fallout 76. She voiced... Oh. She voiced Krista in The Walking Dead Telltale series? Interesting. She was also in The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Let's see here. Yeah. I don't recognize. Remnant from the Ashes too, with the Elf Queen, one of the player voices, and yeah, and the Outer Worlds. The Outer Worlds. No, the Huntress, Nauka. Yeah.
I don't know.
Her, the one who like yells when she fires her minigun as her part of her abilities.
Yeah. Huh. Neat.
Yeah. It's good to see her in Destiny. Bit of a shame that the previous actress, what was her name? Gina Torres. Oh, she also voiced she voiced the Barbarian in Diablo Immortal, that mobile spin-off. Yeah. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk.
Any progress with that Hanar?
I think you should let the Hanar.
Why should the jellies get special treatment?
If I purchase the evangelical
as it stays in approved area, I don't care what you have to.
Like I said, I was going.
Yeah.
I said to myself, like, well, I was going to do the side missions because I had
side missions. There's a lot of side missions in the Mass Effect trilogy. I remember reading a comic from Penny Arcade that makes the joke about like how it compares the first Mass Effect game when it was released back then to like a large pool where you can swim in, and the standard for a byword is like swim as he pushes in the player. Yeah, Born was worse though, as my brother would say.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah. My brother was talking about how tough it is to follow quests in Morrowind. You know, have you look through the in-game lore, in-game book, and sometimes if you get where to go next, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I tried to play Morrowind. I tried to play Morrowind once.
Yeah, it's just like, which way supposed to go? This book isn't helping. It's like you're being it feels like you're. Realism does, realism, my brother's saying that it feels realistic, but if realism comes at a detriment to one's enjoyment of a game, movie, or something, I said in detriment. Detriment. If it makes the game less fun, for example.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing about realism. It's good until it becomes a detriment.
It's good until it isn't. Trust me, there are some things that there are some story elements and some stuff that would be improved with realism, because if you, in a broad sense, if you go into like for example, in the Spider-Man Homecoming movie, Spider-Man struggles to get by because he was at in like your typical suburban, not a lot of tall buildings, so he just had to run around and hop, crashing through backyards and everything. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That actually enhances the story.
Would already be in custody if you'd gone straight to the council with your information.
A lone Quarian with no credentials? The council would laugh me out of the chambers. That is, if Saren hadn't killed me by then.
Huh. Weird. It seems that my live stream has started over, but it's a good thing I record my streams, because if anything happens to my stream, it was to keep on recording. Good thinking on my part. On the downside, it'll probably mean that I'll have to upload it directly from my computer, which can take a little bit of time, but still. Kind of weird. I'm not complaining, but very good thing. Good thing I thought ahead.
Yeah, it's always good to plan and sort of stuff.
Come on.
Yeah, I really do like how Anderson looks in this game. Anderson. Yeah, so Anderson gets his look for the Legendary Edition from his Mass Effect 3
has brought us one
appearance.
step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
No, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good.
You wanted proof?
What?
There it is.
Oh, shit.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia.
Who's she?
Matriarchs are powerful Asari who have entered the final stage of their lives.
Revered
Revered for their wisdom and experience. They serve as guides and mentors to my people. Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out
so
the Protheans.
alrighty, let's see what other
Then they
interesting
vanished.
news that props up. Yeah, shame about the Alton having its reboot canceled. Would love to see how second iteration would fare.
The Geth
Wait,
believe
what?
the Reapers are
You haven't heard about how Bioware
canceled
canceled development on the
conduit is the
Anthem
key to bringing them back.
reboot?
Saren's searching for it.
Yeah, I remember.
That's why he attacked Eden
it's a
Prime.
shame, but I'm not
Do we
surprised.
even know what this conduit is?
Honestly,
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers.
Really,
That's bad enough.
It didn't do well financially.
Saren
from what I
wants to
can
bring
tell,
back
and
machines that
reception-wise.
wiped out all life in the galaxy.
Yeah, in general,
Impossible.
it was
It has to be.
amazing.
Where did the Reapers go?
Flying's the
Why did they
best part of the
vanish?
game.
How
I
come we
admit.
found no trace of their existence?
But sadly,
If they were
sadly
real,
they
we'd
couldn't
have found
salvage it.
something.
I tried to warn you about
That's the-
Saren, and you
think
refused to
about it,
face
like-
the truth. Don't make the same
Really
mistake.
didn't have the best
This is different.
reception.
You proved Saren betrayed the
Not
council.
really
We all
much
agree he's
people
using the
stuck
Geth to
around
secure the
to
conduit,
see if it
but we
got
don't
better.
really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose.
Good
A legend he is
that
using
you're
to bend
investing
the
again in
Geth
the
to his
game,
will.
but you know
50,000
there's
years
no
ago, the
interest.
Reapers wiped out all galactic
So
civilization.
you can really do
If Saren
much
finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life.
It's sad,
He
but
no longer has the rights or resources
it's
of a
what it is.
Spectre. The council has stripped him of his position.
I couldn't help but look at the current counselor as Cal Winmore from
somewhere in the
the
Traverse.
Twitter,
Send your
Shadow
fleet
of
in.
Mordor,
A
games.
fleet cannot track down one man.
Oh god, I really play the shit out of those
fleet could
games.
secure the entire
It's just
region,
like
keep
fun,
the Geth from
like just
attacking
building up
any
your
more
own
of our
war army and
colonies.
just like seconding
Or
them
it
on
could trigger a
everyone
war
just
with the
blew up to
Terminus
D20.
systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
I can take Saren down.
The commander's right. There is a way to stop Saren that doesn't require fleets or armies.
No, it's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
It was a Turian Spectre who betrayed this council, and it was a human who exposed him. I've earned this.
Ooh.
Oh, have you also heard that Netflix is also releasing a Resident Evil TV series, CGI series that's set within the canon of the games?
Yeah, Infinite Darkness.
Infinite Darkness. That's right. That's set not long after Resident Evil 4. I was expecting it to continue after, like, maybe some point after.
It is the decision of the Council that
it's not live action,
is it? Privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance Branch of the Citadel.
Really? When was that?
Spectres are not trained, but chosen. Individuals forged in the fire of service.
I think that Domination was set after Infinite Darkness. I don't know.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our will.
That's like compared to like Ethan Winters in Resident Evil 7 and 8, where Ethan Winters gets part of his hand chopped off, had his other hand sliced off multiple times, impaled,
human Spectre, Commander.
Impaled so many times, and it's just like.
I'm honored, Counselor.
We're sending you into
and there's a reason why Ethan Winters
is
able to withstand these things, and why he's able to like somewhat casually reattach his limb.
Any idea where to find him?
We will forward any relevant files to Ambassador Udina.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
There's a plot reason for it. I'm
not sure I know, but I really just like. Magic.
Congratulations, Commander.
And
we've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going
to watch Resident Evil. It's because they're thing on magic.
Special equipment and training now.
But it's basically. But why would you need an explanation for this? Like,
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help
magic,
to set all this up.
It's magic. It's Resident Evil. It tends to be stupid.
Yeah, there's a lot of stupid things in Resident Evil, but that's kind of part of its charm.
Bastard didn't even thank you.
What do you expect from a politician?
It gets convoluted to the point that it's just, sometimes it's hard to take it seriously.
Nice.
Like say like in Resident Evil 5 or Resident Evil 6 where it just gets silly. At least Resident Evil 4 had some sense of humor.
Resident Evil 4 has. You played Resident Evil 4?
Yeah, I played Resident Evil 4.
I love that game. Of course, it has a button to toggle how and didn't do squat on tally. Fucking smart asses. Look. I'm telling Nick, my brother to look. My brother to look, cause see? Toggle helmet with RB didn't work in tally. Get it?
Dun-dun-dun.
Everybody at Bioware, it must have been the smartass or something.
What?
Yeah. Never mind. I'm just being funny. Let's go with just in case. Yeah, that's a little. Could you please stop zooming into that, Silicon? Thank you. That's just a little gross. Just stop. Thank you. I remember when I was playing Virtual First Mass Effect 1, my Infiltrator somehow has more hit points than a Krogan. Try to wrap your head around that.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to have stuff, yeah.
I'm on a break.
And then we're done at organs.
Talk to someone else if you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
Maybe I can help.
Maybe.
Let's see here.
You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
There's going to be like some sort of DLC 3 for Final Fantasy VII, but only for the PS5 version.
I'm not just some soldier.
Yeah,
I'm
will you play Sufi?
A Spectre. I heard they were
DLC
thinking about
for
letting
the
humans into
for
the
the
ranks.
PS5 version of Final
About
Fantasy.
time.
Final
That
Fantasy
means you can
VII
go anywhere
remake.
you want, right? Even out into the Traverse.
The
My brother's the
DLC for
captain of a
the
ship called the
PlayStation.
Majesty.
Yeah.
It was crossing the Traverse a few
Yeah,
days
I
ago when
saw
it
that and
disappeared.
I was
Yeah,
like,
Just dropped
wait,
right off the grid.
it's
I'm
weird.
That usually means one of two
that's
things.
why, so
They had
give me a
massive
second.
mechanical failure.
I'm not
or
entirely
they
sure
were
if
attacked.
you get a free upgrade, Zolkin.
Neither one of those options leaves a lot of hope.
I won't give up on my brother. Not yet. I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel.
What kind of ship was it?
Don't let the name fool you. The Majesty's just a small trading vessel, only a handful of crew. But he kept it in good condition. I don't think mechanical failure is too likely. But they don't have any real weapons or shields.
Yeah.
If anyone did come
Alrighty,
after
so
them,
let's
the
see what
Majesty would be
other
a sitting
interesting
duck.
news. Oh god, I also remember that they're doing a Battle Royale spin-off, mobile. Interesting. Okay. Okay, as unsurprisingly, Grand Theft Auto 5 and its online counterpart are coming to PS5 and Xbox Series S and X.
Isn't anyone else looking into this?
Okay.
My
Oh
brother's
god.
just a small
Did you
independent
get into another
trader.
ambush?
Ships like his disappear in the Traverse all
what's
the
the
time.
Wow,
trouble?
some of the Mario games love to like shove you into ambushes, like it's going out of style.
What's in this for me?
I can't afford to
I was
pay
a
you anything.
Thrasher this time, but
If I
yeah,
had
he
that
also
kind
got
of cash,
ambushed.
I'd have hired a recovery
That's
team
kind
to
of fun.
track him down on. Maybe you
ain't
could
that
look into this
funny?
as a personal favor, you know?
Okay, so what?
We humans
so what
have to
happened
stick
again?
together.
Give me the
The
coordinates.
Thrasher just.
Oh, no, the
break-
Thrash.
forward them to your ship
Thrash
right away.
one. Fuck, I
Please
hate
let me
those
know
things.
as soon as you find him.
Yeah, like I said, that got me off
Yeah, my
guard the
brother
first
loves taking down Thresher Moss with a fucking pistol. Crazy motherfucker he is.
Mad lad.
Did you hear that? He fucking meleeed a Thresher Maw to death as a soldier. It took him an hour though.
That's
it's not because how tough it is, because after he kept on dying.
that's Titan thinking right there.
Yeah, it does this look like a little roar thing that does a lot of damage.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster.
Yeah.
When asked why communication with the survey
Did
team
it
was suddenly
overheated?
cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
So I'm going to send you a really funny video that's like Drake and Josh gets trapped in Cyberpunk 2077. Alright, send it to you. Check it out. I'll send it to you on a Discord as well, Chief. It's about 9 seconds. It's where take a charge crash your car, but since it's Cyberpunk 2077, you know what happens to the car. It clips through the ground.
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
I thought you were referring. To the other group of a
Any
car.
progress with that Hanar?
I think you should let the Hanar preach in the Presidium.
The Presidium? Why should the jellies get special treatment? Every other species understands and obeys the laws.
Has anyone actually complained about this Hanar?
Not yet, but any good CSEC officer removes problems before they create a public nuisance.
You've explained the law. If the Hanar gets in trouble, it has nobody to blame but itself.
I suppose I can tell my superior that I attempted a diplomatic solution. Some other
ambush
CSEC
completed.
officer can arrest the Hanar. It's no longer my problem. Thank you for your assistance.
Paragon point.
The officer has left, and this one is free to share the glory of the Enkindlers. This one offers its appreciation.
This is your opportunity to show people that the Hanar aren't crazy xenophobes. Don't waste it.
Probably after this.
This one observes the wisdom of your words.
I'll probably go out
This
there.
one has little money.
This
Now
planet,
finally,
Yeah,
this one can continue sharing the truth unimpeded.
Let all races herald the glory of the
Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard that, Chief. But my brother's like, he could have had this mental image of like a hand out, luring out some another tentacle to give you physical credits. Splurp.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep. Thanks. I'll make the most out of it, I guess. Okay. That's some really fun stuff. Alright, so where's supposed to be going? Oh yeah, the consort. I gotta wrap up all the some of the quests. Infiltrator. I like in the original Mass Effect game, when you wield a weapon that you cannot use, you cannot aim with a weapon, and you just like, and you have the and you have the actually one who fires worse than stormtroopers.
Imagine that.
Yes, yeah. In some extreme cases, the reticle of your weapon is bigger than the screen itself. That is how bad it is.
Oh.
It's like when you try to fire at stuff, it's like, why can't that? You couldn't even hit anything.
Yeah.
Got a moment, Spectre?
Ow! Did you hear that?
Hello,
Yeah.
Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
How did you know I'm a Spectre?
Word
shit, I have
travels.
to do this
Your
again.
name comes up
I
in
guess
certain
so.
circles. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses.
I hate the
They're
checkpoint
hiding
system
on remote worlds,
when
and
I'm-
I have the coordinates.
when I'm in the
You could do
planet.
the galaxy a favor.
Oh, I remember. My brother's guy is in here. I remember one time when I'm playing D&D, one of my players is able to summon a fire cat. Well, my brother was happening nearby, so I shoved the microphone in his face, and he meowed. Like, what the fuck?
Wait.
What kind of defenses would these two have?
I haven't the faintest idea, but they're certain to be armed. Their partnership's soured, and each believes that the other intends to kill them.
I really
They
miss
will
the
be
Mass Effect
well
games.
prepared.
I really miss Mass Effect. It's
I eliminate them, and then you take over and try to eliminate me. How stupid do I look?
While I appreciate your estimation of my bravado, I have no intention of attempting to murder you. You are the first human Spectre, and you are doing... I have no interest in red sand or slavery. Anyone who does deserves to die. Our needs are aligned.
And what do you get out of this?
anyway.
We share interests in certain cooperative ventures. But
have I
their
told you
business
that I got my
practices have
Xbox
forced me
Series
to
X?
terminate
Yeah, I got.
Once they are
yeah,
dead, I will
you
manage
told me.
our
Yeah, I'm
organization
playing my
in a more tasteful
and my brother's
Glad
asked
for
me
you.
if I'm playing on my X, and somehow my mind went to different places like X as like EX, like I played on my X, so get it? I don't have an X.
What crime did these men
But I do have an
commit?
Xbox Series X,
They're
which
red
is
sand
completely
dealers
different.
who make victims of their customers. Those who can
Yeah.
no longer pay are
Yeah.
sold to Batarians as
Yeah.
slaves.
And I got the
They're
latest
loathsome,
D&D book of
hurting
Van
innocent
Rich,
people.
Rich Ten's
They must
Guide to
be
Ravenloft.
Oh, nice.
If they're as bad as you say they are, they need to be dealt with.
Yeah, I'm really happy for the
Here are the
for
coordinates.
I'm really
When
happy
these
I
men are
managed to grab
dead,
it
I
before
will wait
someone
for
else
you
did.
at the third
Fucking
set of
stalkers.
coordinates. Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
What console are you playing on right now? Just the Xbox One?
Yeah, mostly. I occasionally on my PC on the PC that I have, but.
How good is your PC?
Huh?
How good is your PC? Your computer?
For what I play or for what I own, it's good.
Yeah, what kind of Xbox do you have right now? Xbox
It's
One.
like the really basic Xbox. Like the base Xbox One, like the one from launch.
From
like
all the way back in 2013. Wow. What a
yeah.
time. Hell of a time. I don't know if it's anywhere else, Silicon.
But I didn't buy it but it wasn't. I didn't buy it back then. I bought it. We bought it like in 2017 or something like that.
And I said,
You heard that, didn't you?
Yeah. God damn it.
wait, no, stop!
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
That's fucking great.
Oh my god, I kept on... I find it like it was really easy to accidentally throw a grenade.
Reload!
Seems like all the best lounges are being replaced.
Yeah.
Septimus has sent word. Apparently, he sought the consort's forgiveness.
Oh, and there goes Bert. Oh my god. So, do you have any plans on who you're gonna romance in Mass Effect Legendary Edition?
Fuck some aliens! Alien boom-tang /pain.
I wouldn't say like that, Silicon, but you can romance Garrison Tally in 2, and continue with it in 3. You can also romance Liara in 1 and 3, and continue it. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Commander,
Yeah,
I recently received a lovely note from Septimus.
Romancing Liara
Thank you for
in the third
Even the
in this
Alcor
game.
has withdrawn his campaign.
Was it because I like her?
It was my honor
Yeah,
to
I
aid
really
you.
like her personality
You're too kind,
and stuff.
Commander. But I would
It's
not
what I
expect
was
you
more
Oh
than
my
happy.
god!
Thank you.
I just realized that it's
I
easier
also have
to
one more
get
thing
the
to
ally
do, if you're
achievements.
interested.
Yeah, like it's a lot in Original Mass Effect. You have to do like a majority of the game with one, like 50 missions in Mass Effect 1. It's like, yeah, 50. Yeah, it's not like 50 kills with each power, and less kills with weapons.
I'd be honored.
I offer a gift
Yeah.
of words, an affirmation of who you are. And who you
Yeah,
will
it's a lot
become.
easier to get those achievements in
I see your
Mass
skin,
Effect
tough as the
1
scales
now.
on any
Oh
Turian,
my god!
unyielding, a wall between you and everyone else. But it
Wait,
protects
how did
you,
I
keeps
get?
you strong.
Oh,
It is
right,
that
the short little
strength
side
that people
quests.
are drawn to. It is why you lead and others
The
follow
Coin,
without question.
the Coin Alley
You will
achievements. Like,
need
oh,
that
right,
leadership
these
in the
side
battles
quests
to
are
come.
short.
This may be who you are, but it is not
So
who
you
will
can,
become.
so you can essentially
It only forms the basis for your
get
future
most of the
greatness.
Mass Effect 1 achievements at
Remember
least
these words
in
when
one
doubt
playthrough.
descends, Commander.
Maybe 2 if
You have quite a gift, Shaira.
Thank
If
you.
you like-
I,
if
at least I
you-
said most of the
Appreciate it as you
achievements.
do.
If you
Never
pick the
underestimate
right
the
class.
power of words. Here, Commander. In light of your efforts with the Alcor ambassador,
Yeah.
I would like you
As
to
my
have this
fem
small
ship, I
trinket.
slept with the consort.
What is it?
And then immediately after she gives me the
I've never
trinket that
learned
helps
its
me on
use or
something.
purpose, but I sense it is time
It's
for
like,
you to pass
here,
it on.
after having sex,
And now
here's a
I must
trinket.
ask you to
It's a
leave.
Prothean one.
I have
Good
done
luck.
everything I can for you. Remember my words, Commander Shepard. They will give you strength.
I'm saying fuck Joe. A fuck Joe.
Oh!
Wait, bone. Here's a fuck child. I'm going to hell.
You heard that, didn't you? Fuck trophy. Oh my god.
God damn it. Oh boy.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh, you said you're gonna head off soon, Chief?
Yeah, after I finish this planet.
Right. I have no idea where I'm gonna go next.
Let all races herald the glory of the Enkindlers.
Thank yeah. Oh yeah. Thanks for the commentary, Silicon.
Where there was only darkness, the Enkindlers gave light.
The wards.
Oh, that.
Hello again. Did you have any luck finding Shorban?
Alrighty.
Let's see.
Let's see what else is there in the store.
Why would I lie to you?
You lied to us about the Keeper data.
He told you?
Gonna look up more news.
I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I was afraid Shorban would kill me to get the data, so I... Well, I was hoping you'd take care of him.
And you probably heard about the creator of Berserk's, the Berserk manga's passing.
Yeah, I heard of it. I love my.
This
I have
is
a lot of
serious,
friends
Jalid.
that
You
were
could spend the
sad
rest
by
of your life locked up.
But I can't. What will happen to the data when I'm gone? Who will carry on our research?
Too late.
It is what it is.
You had your chance.
Yeah.
But this data could be used to unravel all the secrets of the Keepers. Think what we could learn about the Citadel.
Tell me more about this data.
Well, it's still very... We might learn how the Citadel was built, or why the Keepers always rearrange things. The possibilities are limitless.
I wasn't expecting that.
If it's that important, then take it back to the people it belongs to.
I suppose I should. All right, I'll take it back and continue work on it there. Thank you for not turning me in.
And I got the Broken Ally achievement. Holy shit.
I promise you.
Have a nice day, Jalid.
Commander? Would you be interested in helping me study the Keepers?
What do you need me to do?
Just take this scanner. Every time you see a Keeper,
I did.
scan it.
I did. It just assumes that I didn't. It's
Whenever you
weird.
get a unique scan, I'll reimburse you. That's it. Good luck, and so long.
More Paragon. Yay!
Detective Chelik, come into my office. No offense, Commander, but what the hell were you thinking?
I don't follow you.
You could have blown Jenna's cover.
We were trying to help her.
I gathered that. It might seem cold letting her take all the risk, but we're keeping a close eye on her.
It's too dangerous. You need to find another way.
I think
it's not that simple, Shepard. This job isn't easy and it's usually unpleasant. I'll take help anywhere I can find it. But since you're so concerned with their safety,
the cover system tuned to you much
there's a
better.
way we can help each other.
They have perfected it.
Always thinking ahead, Detective?
It's part of the job.
Yeah.
Are you gonna help me or
yeah,
not?
you can grab enemies from cover.
You're a smart guy, Chelik. Figure out another way.
I do have several contingencies. She's just my option A. I'll cut her loose, even get her out of Cora's den, no strings attached. But that still leaves my case unsolved. I could still use your help.
I'll help you, but I need some details.
Yeah, the cover system's still
down
wonky.
An illegal arms producer.
Bioware did their
I just need
best,
some
but
of their product.
it's still an old
Thanks
game.
to Jenna's
it's like
intel,
14
I've
years
learned
old.
there's a cellar here on the Citadel. Meet our man,
like the elements
Jax.
of this game,
Pick up the mods, bring them back here. That'll give me everything I need.
Yeah,
Why
they
are you
did
so
their
concerned about these mods?
they did their best, and I'm
We
pretty
have
sure that
access to some of the most sophisticated
it's going to be like
weaponry
Resident
there
Evil 4
is.
Skyrim.
It's what gives us our edge.
They're going to show their age.
What do you suppose happens when we lose
Yeah,
that
but
edge?
it's not really something.
These give criminals an advantage we can't afford
Surprised
to let
how.
them keep.
I'll persuade Jax to tell me where these mods are.
It has age, but it's not like
No.
really
You take
bad
Jax
age.
off, and all my legion will
considering
disappear
the-
faster than you
but
can say bad
considering
bust.
the updates, I think that
Yeah.
not too bad.
Where can I find this, Jax?
Jax is down in the lower level of the markets. I'll send word through our channels that you're the buyer.
But I think
Good luck, Commander.
one thing I don't really much care for is the well, I would say an armor system of this game, because it's mostly assault rifle 1, so Lancer 1, Lancer 2, Lancer 3, Lancer 4. Nah, I don't like that.
Markets. And oh yeah, the loading times of this game are so much faster. Oh my god.
Yeah, actually, I get the. I noticed the skip conversation thing, and I'm like, why even?
Word on the street is that you've been busy.
Why even
Congratulations. I was sure he was a big player in anything going on here.
Is it
Did you find anything in his office that could help me?
These OSDs might have the information you're looking for.
You've got Fist files?
Well, like
this could be even bigger than I'd hoped. Here, Commander, for your trouble.
What would my future cooperation be worth? Say, an interview when my investigation is over?
Exclusive? You talk to me before you talk to anyone else? That would be worth quite a bit.
And I really do like the additional character
happy to
appearance
compensate you
options
accordingly.
throughout the entire
Here you
trilogy.
are.
You know, like the additional hairstyles,
Now,
skin
if you'll
tones.
excuse me, I should go see what's on these lists.
No sideburns for my brother, much to his displeasure. Flames on the side. Flames on the side of my face. That's from the Clue movie, by the way.
The Clue movie? Huh?
I have no idea what my brother's talking about. Sorry.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Finish that planet and...
Hold it. That's close enough, Army. You got
Wait,
the payment?
Do you have the X mods?
Going now. See you later.
Show them the merchandise. That looks about right. Damn straight it is. These mods are the best on the market. Now hand over my credits.
Here you go.
Right. I'll be the end of the stream then. We'll
Here
be
you
seeing
go.
who else
Enjoy
who can be raided. We
Come on,
are
boys.
going to raid
We're done
Local
here.
Devil. Don't forget the what?
What?
Yeah. Just want to be straightforward in this case, so. Too bad. Anyway. Anyway, I'll be ending the stream. We'll be raiding Motoko Devil. We'll see you all and have a good night.